Russ Martin Show.
I got an email from somebody, woundedcrow@hotmail.com.
Oh, no.
If you cause a big stink, we might protest. Didn't they used to do rain dances?
I believe they did.
I don't get it. I mean, can you really be that anal? If they really did rain dances in the past, there's no reason why you can't do it now. It's like all the other jokes we make. If at one point it really happened, you could say it. Like black people stealing. I just like the way nobody gets twisted unless it's them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny, the jokes about blacks or anybody else. That's funny. You guys aren't going to protest. But if you do, we have the firewire cabinet here in the studio.
I knew you were going to do
Listen. Tasty. Nummy num. Yes, Larry.
Man, you're such a good guy, big-hearted, man. It's kind of embarrassed to ask this, man. I'll ask anyway.
Okay, you picked a good day. Very excited. Feeling very generous.
I've been down on my luck, pal. I was going to try to get the kids some season passes to Hurricane Harbor or Six Flags or something, man. If you can help me out, he'd much appreciate it.
You want me to buy you season passes to Six Flags?
Not me, my boy.
Oh. You mean me buy it, or you want it out of the foundation? The Foundation for Fallen Police Officers and Firefighters.
I'm not a fallen police officer and firefighter.
I noticed. Most of them don't call in.
I'm just old plumber.
Where am I supposed to get this money?
Man, as many girls you got, I know they're just giving you cash for your
No,
service.
they don't give me cash. And if times are tight, why don't you just go to the zoo and watch the gorillas get out?
No.
That's always fun. Go down to they call it the Marsalis Zoo anymore? Just the Dallas Zoo?
I think it's just the Dallas Zoo now.
No. We'll go down to the Marsalis Zoo and just hang around and watch for the gorillas to get out. That's always fun.
How more gorillas are getting out?
You don't know that.
They put in the speed bumps.
All that's going to do is screw up their front ends. JD Ryan's here with the news.
Thanks, Russ. News and information brought to us by Dr. Tylock.
Looking for a reason to have custom view intra-LASIK at Tylock Eye Care and Laser Center?
Go. What are you highlighting at the last second?
No.
Are you getting here late again?
No.
What time you get here today?
Today was about noon.
I thought you were going to get here at 11.
I was.
What happened to that?
I have been getting here earlier. I haven't been sleeping well this week and overslept.
I know. You never sleep well. You always have something wrong.
No,
your arm hurts. Your eye's coming out.
No.
There's always something. You shaved your eyebrows.
I did that.
You both. It's always something. You fall off of something. Something eats you. It's always something.
No. Nothing ate me. I did hurt my arm as a result, and I quit taking the pain pills because I didn't want to be done.
I know. It's something. It's always something. It never stops.
I'm here.
I don't make any difference.
Ready. Is it driving you crazy?
It's just the way it's 3:13 and you're still highlighting stories.
I just have all kinds of things I can.
You don't even write stories. You highlight them.
Yeah?
How do you run late highlighting stories?
You really don't have any idea how long it takes to highlight the snooze.
Who's that on line one?
Jonathan Hayes.
What's he want?
He says he has an idea of what Alice Cooper makes for the Staples commercial, along with a couple of others.
How does Jonathan know?
I don't know.
He runs a bar in Arlington, right?
Yes.
Called Big Dicks?
I believe that's the one.
What, Jonathan?
I do commercial work. I do know what it pays.
Okay. All right. How do you know what Alice Cooper's getting for this?
Because I have people that I know in the big agencies that tell me about what A-list, B-list, C-list stars make.
What did you make when you were doing those commercials, JD?
I did the Plaques
Well, I
commercial.
never did national commercials.
No, not you. JD did one for Plaques.
I did one network commercial, which is the most money you make.
Right.
You get your day fee, which is $500.
Right.
And then you get residuals. My average monthly check was about $1,200 to $2,000 every single month.
And you didn't have to do anything else after that first day?
Nope. That's half a day's work, actually.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. What have you done, John?
Barney. I did one voice on Barney. That was weird.
What'd you do for Barney?
I played the honey bear. It was really bizarre.
Do you want to hear the honey bear or not?
I kind of like to hear
Oh,
honey bear,
man.
unless it's
Don't do this to me,
copyrighted.
Russ.
Yeah, let me hear a little bit.
Oh, man, I don't believe I'm doing this.
That's all right. I can't find any music. Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't tell me music for honey bear.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Adds to the...
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that'll work. Do honey bear.
Well, hey, Barney, what's going on, man? Welcome to the place. We're just out here looking for bees, because if there's bees, there's honey.
Well, that answers the question about the bear in the woods thing.
The Russ Martin Show.
pissing me off is it's an $1,100 bit,
Yes.
and nobody buys it.
That is true. I think some people did. You're right. We pulled so many things on people. They just don't buy it. Don't believe it. It sounds too good. You're right. The audio just sounds like we made it up. Muddy it up a bit.
It's not going to get me a better deal.
I know. No, you're done.
You got
What's the total now?
$650 to replace Cody's back glass.
Okay.
After Chuck failed to take the new airbag further away from the cars. And then Bobby Moorhead, who used to work at Friendly,
I know Bobby. Yeah.
works at some auto painting place now.
Okay.
So they're going to paint it. Even he thought it was a bit until he got the emails from me that night. Do you do emergency glass repair?
Emergencies, yeah.
What about emergency auto body?
I still can't believe nobody could come out and replace a window. That's ridiculous.
I don't know what emergency means in the yellow
Obviously
pages,
it doesn't mean
but
now.
it's of no urgency.
I think it's
We'll get to it.
probably because it was a lesser-made car. I mean, if it had been just your general...
I don't think Chuck got anybody to answer the phone, did he?
I talked to a couple people.
What'd they say?
9 o'clock the next morning.
See you, partner. Hope it don't rain.
Well, we covered Cody's car up with the tarp.
I guess that's what they figure most people are going to do. You can at least seal the car for the night, and we'll catch you in the morning. We don't make house calls.
Well, then we're trying to get a rental car out here, so Cody's got something to drive. Don't nobody bring those out either.
No, one of them will pick you up, and I don't think anybody delivers without some kind of, I'm sure, extra charge.
Well, we couldn't get anybody to do that. And it wasn't that late. When did we knock his window out?
7:45.
So it wasn't a 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning thing.
Understand?
Still plenty of time for somebody to bring me a rental car.
I think the ones that pick you up are like the stores that close at 6. They go to the airport, you can get a car at 2 in the morning.
Emergencies are going to happen.
Yeah.
To where you're going to need some type of vehicle.
I'm just surprised that you couldn't find anybody that could at least repair glass on the fly. Have we decided whose fault it actually was that the airbag went up and came down into the window?
Trey or Chuck.
Okay.
Chuck or Russ.
Well, Chuck's not here. I guess we blame him.
I got voicemails. I didn't pull them yet.
Yeah.
From both Chuck and Trey over the weekend, pointing the finger at each other.
I think when you finally get the final bill, they don't want to be involved. They don't want to be in the room.
And I got to take Cody's car, get him a rental car, so Bobby can have it. I think he said 3 or 4 days.
You're about right. I'm going to email about this whole thing, by the way. Russ, that's great that you got the kid's car taken care of after you smashed out his back window.
I didn't have anything to do with this. I'm in here. Everything that I had,
master control.
everything that I had to do, I got done. I got everything recorded.
I think they're
I sat in the studio. I gave Chuck instructions. I gave Trey instructions. The only thing I didn't say, and I really thought that they would be proactive, is don't bash on nobody's windshield. Thank you.
But did you really feel bad
Be a
about it?
self-starter.
This email wants to know, did you feel bad about it, or did you just feel bad that you'd have to pay to get it fixed? Just curious.
I felt bad because so far we've had a perfect safety record as far as personal property.
Personal property, yes.
Knocking the windows out of the building, I couldn't give a rat's ass.
For the hole in
Blowing
the
up
wall.
Gavin, hole in the wall what?
When you ran a trike into the wall at the end of the hall.
I didn't know the bitch didn't have brakes.
Just saying. That's something else we broke.
What was I riding?
I think it was a Rascal.
Yeah, it was. You tried to jump it.
But again, that goes back to the that station property, so you didn't really...
Right.
And you got it fixed.
He broke the glass at the other station.
Bring that up.
The potato gun.
Yeah, the glass in the studio.
Yeah? It misfired. I didn't know it was going to go off. I was walking in the hall to shoot it down the hall.
I don't even think you got out of the studio.
No, I was pushing the door with my left hand, and I pulled the trigger with the right. It went boom right across the hall.
We didn't realize at the time we were going to have to put a trigger guard on the potato gun. Nobody else had a misfire.
It was just because I was pushing the door open, and I pulled back with my hand, and that thing was hairpin. Did you knock a window out with a golf ball also?
That was Chloe's fault.
How was that Chloe's fault?
Because I told him the hallway I was going to use to cover up the windows.
Ow. Chloe's not even looking. He's just like, I'm not even here.
time after time, I always end up being the bystander.
What the bystander? You hit the golf ball.
The window was supposed to be covered up.
Did you check it ahead of time?
I didn't have time. We were on the air.
Okay.
Plus, I figured that window on that side glass, it's one of those little rectangular ones that's up near the top. What are my chances?
Barely.
Who knew that I was another Tiger Woods? I think it was the third ball right through that freaking glass.
Yeah, that's a tiny window. But maybe 4 or 5 inches by 8?
Had that been the object of the game, I'd never won.
No. We've broken a lot of things, but you're right, never personal property.
But yeah, I felt bad because it was...
Well, Cody's loved it, though. He loved the attention. He loved being part of the show. He loved being part of the bit. He was giddy the next day. See my window? You want to see it? You want to see it's in the trash can over here? You want to see it?
He's the only one that buys it. He had to go in, Trey had to go into the studio. When did we do this?
Thursday night.
Yeah. Had to go into the studio, drag Cody out because he didn't buy it.
I actually talked to Cody about that either Friday or over the weekend. And when Trey came in to tell him, it's one of those things that since it happens so often and people get hosed, you don't want to fall for it. So you're so hesitant because you don't want to feel like you've been had. And if he goes outside, then it looks like he thought that it was a possibility.
You know, what's the punchline? Give me where we're going so we can record this and get it over with.
And this bit doesn't really even have a punchline. There's no reason for me to use it on the air short of this was something we did off the air and it cost me $1,100. And nobody's buying it.
I know.
And that's pissing me the off.
Has Gavin even heard about it yet? Because he's still out of town, I think.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
No, I don't know if he's heard about it or not. I haven't heard from him. Okay. I didn't know he was still gone.
Well, I know David Hemming, general manager. Glass all over his parking lot. He didn't believe it.
Oh, God. Well, that's right after them. And it does. It sounds like we just took something off of a production studio CD and dropped the window breaking in there. And I like how the expert stepped up. That's not the way safety glass breaks.
Yeah, you get the email.
Dude, if I can call you dude, I am now proficient with breaking safety glass. Yes. I've done it several times. And this one we got it all. How much do you think that airbag weighed? Did I hand it to you or Chuck? This was the double
big one.
The biggie sized one that I believe goes in the passenger.
15 pounds?
It went up 35 feet and came back down. That's sort of what caused it. And it hit right on the windshield wiper, at the rear windshield wiper, which also helped break the glass.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Close City had people over the weekend ask about it. Where'd you go?
Just actually had a few people at the house on Sunday. Actually, Cody came over because he lives like a mile from me, and he was telling the story. And there's no way. I don't believe it. They're my friends, and I was like, I'm serious. I would tell you if it was a bit or not. I swear to God, that it really happened. And Cody's standing right there. He said, "It's my car. It happened."
And what's the punchline? It has no punchline. I'm not going to use a bit on the air if I know absolutely ahead of time it's got no punchline. And this one's got no punchline. I like punchlines.
I know you do.
All right, Chuck, you ready? Oh, God.
What was that? And even at the time, I thought both Trey and Chuck were hosing me.
They're having a good time.
They had a hammer ready, and they ran it through the middle of something. I come out there freaking out. I blew it off.
Didn't even go out,
they're trying to hose me. I just stayed in here and started cleaning up the audio. Stopped. Thought I should probably go outside to check. And they're good.
All right, Chuck, you ready?
One time we bust out something for real.
What do you buy?
Doesn't even sound legitimate.
Why does it sound so... Well, it doesn't matter. Because the mic was so close, and it came shattering down around the microphone. It sounds too close.
Hang on a second. Trey, Cody's car was parked right next to engineering.
Yes.
When you laid the mic down, where'd you put it? How far away?
20 feet away.
It's perfect audio.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually do that for a living. And I still like the experts that started calling up or emailing. That's not the way a real window would sound if you smash it.
Could you guys get a little better, really?
That's the sad. We could do this 20 times and not get as good enough audio.
You know what? I'd like to do it 20 times and not get any audio. What was that? Are you laughing because you know I'm going to have to pay for it, or is some of it just that worryful laugh?
Nervous laughter, yeah.
It sure went on for a while. I'm a nervous guy.
Glee.
If you saw everything transpire...
Now, did you actually see once the airbag went airborne, did you see it coming back at Cody's car so you could actually live the moment?
I turned just as it is probably 5 feet and coming down, and I'm watching it. The chair, I mean, it was just, airbag goes off, hits the chair goes into the fence, then this thing comes down, smashes, and it was just like the perfect cluster F. And then Chuck is literally standing over there, hands on his cheeks, looks like Macaulay Culkin, Home Alone, mouth agape, just going, looking around going, oh my God, what do I do?
Let's get out of here, Buck. So both Trey and Chuck come in. I said, spread out. Chuck, get the yellow pages, start calling somebody. I forgot what I told Trey to do. I said, go find out whose car it was. We'll go from there. Hopefully it's somebody I haven't dicked around nonstop. And it's making it even worse because Cody's just being cool with everything, and I still got to take his car back for a few days and have the body work done.
Did he get a rental? No.
He will.
Okay.
He doesn't need it now. They brought his car back after they replaced the glass, and we'll stick him in a Enterprise rent-a-car. Servicing Russ Martin Automotive.
Oh, God.
Very reasonable daily and weekly rates, and they better be. I got a thank you note from Cody.
A thank you note. Appreciate you busting that window.
Well, I couldn't. It says your thoughtfulness. Let me spit this out. Your thoughtfulness was appreciated more than you know. I can't read the signature, so I don't know who it was. I had to go back and read the card. Russ, I wanted to thank you for breaking my window. It feels great to finally be noticed around here. But in all seriousness, thank you for the effort you put forth in taking care of my car and to see that it was fixed. It was really cool to see you take care of me the way that you did. You went above and beyond to make this right. And for that, I say thank you. I look forward to possibly more things being busted on my car in the future. Thank you. Cody, lowly board op, who was just made famous. And the more he does this, the worse I feel about it.
Why? He's had a good time. It's going to be perfect again. It's just going to cost you a bunch of cash.
What is line one, Alfie?
He says he replaced the glass, and he's willing to back your story up.
Hang on. Well, let me see who he works for. Jeff.
Yes.
Who do you work for?
I work for Frisco Auto Glass.
Well, that's who we use. Okay.
I don't own it. I mean, I don't work for it. I own it.
Oh, you do?
And, yes, and I've known Daryl for years and years.
Well, why you charge me $650 for a piece of glass?
You broke it. You got a hell of a deal on a piece of glass. It's a very expensive piece of glass for that car. It's I believe it was a blue Matrix, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a Toyota something.
Yeah.
Why is that back hatch that hard to find? Because at night when we started calling around about it, nobody knew what we were talking about.
The dealership, well, I can't mention the one in Plano there. They don't even have one. I've been doing their glass for 16 years. They didn't have it. There was one in Dallas-Fort Worth. That one came from Fort Worth. And that's when you have one piece of product and they kind of demand what they want, you know. That's just expensive.
What would be retail on something like that? About
$1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of Daryl and you, and I've known Daryl a long time. You got a pretty good deal on it.
What? How bad did the body damage look on the rear hatch?
Other than the wiper arm being completely ripped off of it, and there are a few dents right below that, it's not bad. Probably $400 worth.
That's what Bobby said. Before you get off the phone, can we get an emergency number for you?
The number you dialed when you called the office, that's the same number.
Nobody answered it.
Well, we don't work 24 hours a day.
I'd like you to.
Yeah, oh, by the way, the guy that was painting your sign out there dripped yellow paint on the back of your Batmobile.
All right.
I'm sorry.
No, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I'll take care of it. That guy that painted that yellow stripe on this building has been an absolute dog dick since day one. Why is everybody on the floor?
You don't want to be there.
Go home. There was paint. I didn't see it on the Batmobile. There was paint all over the place. That freaking yellow stripe. And he didn't seal the side of the building when he started painting the concrete.
Oh, no.
So the concrete's just sucking in that yellow paint. Just take it off. Like social services. Suck it in. Answer the phone! This is supposed to be my show.
Hello, this is Daryl with Russ Martin Automotive. Sorry I could not take your call at
Daryl's
this time.
listening. He's on the floor.
Bitch better be open. He wasn't going to open yesterday because I gave the technician the day off because it's a Memorial Day.
Yeah.
He told me that Saturday. Mm-hmm. And no, you'll be open Monday.
Most people are off Monday.
Car lots all over the place are open
really?
on Mondays. That's when you have people who can't normally get things done during the week. That's when they better answer the phone. You bull-headed pussy. Hammered, it ain't gonna stop nothing. It's time to play hit myself.
I see people pulling off the road, banging on the door. He's calling you!
I didn't even think to check the Batmobile.
Because
it's been up there for about a week or so. I just got him doing rewiring and different things
Could
to
the
it.
guy from the glass shop be playing with you? Is he a scamster? Because that's not something that's funny.
What's not going to bother me because the people that put paint on will be taking it off.
True.
Hello.
Where you been?
I was out putting a gas tank in.
Gas tank in what?
In that Suburban.
Did you knock it out?
Huh?
How'd it come out?
It came out pretty hard. And then going back in, it was pretty hard also.
Is it something that we did?
No.
Oh, all right. Is there yellow paint on the back of the Batmobile?
There's a few little specks, but it does wash right off. That part does.
Why is it that guy couldn't cover anything up or put drop cloths when he's slinging yellow paint? Big yellow
That
paint
beats the hell
slinger?
out of me. I don't understand that myself.
And near the end of the day on Friday, I'm telling JD, just hang on.
Okay.
Daryl's talking to him.
Okay.
Let me pull this down. And he said, you got faded areas. The concrete soaking the paint in.
Sure.
It's going to need
Seal it.
another coat. And I think the guy had gotten tired of all of this because he started painting the yellow stripe in the wrong place. Then he had to widen it because it was supposed to go all the way to the roof. Then Daryl said, you got these areas where you can still see the concrete. You could see the old lettering from the other company. Guy goes out there, paints a 9-foot strip, wrong color, and leaves for the weekend.
No.
Am I right?
Yep, exactly.
How do you do the wrong color when your job is to paint signs?
Because he's painting.
Wrong color.
Nowhere in the contract did they promise to match.
Lord.
So now you got yellow, and then you got school bus orange, and then you got yellow, and you got a little school bus orange. Have they started to fix it?
No, not yet. It's been raining out here all day.
Oh.
The guy came by to look at it, another painter did, and he said that it needs a couple coats over the whole thing before it's even going to cover up, and he couldn't believe the guy didn't use primer.
And you'll talk to the original sign company about getting the yellow paint off my Batmobile, yes?
Yes, I will.
All right.
But I did go over it a little bit, and it does come right off, thank God.
Well, I don't know why he didn't either close that door or cover it up. If you're the painter, you're responsible for these things. I'm going to get that fat bastard.
Yep.
How's business been today?
Yeah, it's been busy today. Not too bad.
You busy, yes?
Huh?
Busy, yes.
Yes, it's been pretty busy today.
All right. Be sure and use that cup of screws I left for you.
You got it.
For what?
Gas tank carburetors, fuel injectors, whatever. Just chuck them in.
They'll come back and sue you.
Can't prove that it just didn't come out.
Yeah, when I took my son's car in, it was running when I took it in.
Things loosen up. You don't know how those things get in there.
You've said on the air. Use that cup of screws.
Everybody's got cup of screws. 2 mechanics, 1 cup.
You said put them in the engine.
Engines have screws.
Not in the pistons.
Wow. How we doing, Chloe?
Need a break.
Badly?
Yes.
Okay. A flash flood warning?
For Hood.
Where do I live?
Not there.
Thank you.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show. Call Russ, who is impervious to all that surrounds him. Now, at 214-787-1053.
Hello, Gail.
Hi there, Russ.
What are you doing?
You know, just some traffic.
How was your weekend?
It was great. Just really nice. Got my dogs bathed. That's always an issue. How was your weekend?
I'll get your card. Mine was fine. I worked all weekend.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
At the shop?
Yes.
Ah, how's that going?
It sucks.
Well, Russ Martin Automotive?
Dick.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, that's all right. Daryl's got a new bucket of screws.
Oh, good. Buckets of screws come in handy at the automotive shop.
Does when you drop them in things.
Traffic is brought to you by Snell, Buick, Pontiac, and GMC, and Texas Motor Speedway. In Mesquite, on northbound LBJ ramp to eastbound I-30, there's a wreck. The ramp is blocked, and also the ramp from westbound I-30 to northbound LBJ is blocked. In Fort Worth, on northbound 820 past Randall Mill, the 2 left lanes are blocked. It's backed up to I-30. In Westlake, 114 westbound between Precinct Line Road and 170, you've got heavy traffic because of problems with the signal lights that, you know, the ones always screw up when it rains. In Fort Worth, I-35 between I-30 and Western Center, pretty much stop and go in both directions. And in Watauga, 377 at Western Center, there's a crash. I'm Gail Lightfoot on the Russ Martin Show.
All right, thank you, Gail. Depending on where you are, we have severe storms, mostly to the south and east right now. Same chance for them tomorrow. Going to be 90, 77 for the low. We're at 68 at Live 105.3.
Is there absolutely no compassion for my feelings anywhere in this studio?
For your feelings regarding the shop?
No, I don't care about the shop.
For feelings, of course, we love it.
I'd burn it down, but the damn thing's made out of concrete. And probably the only thing that would be left standing is that freaking yellow stripe.
Well, of course we have compassion. What are you talking about?
About 2 months ago, got a phone call from up front. Somebody died, and you just sprung it on me.
Oh, dear Lord.
I don't even know who the guy's name was, but you didn't know if I knew him or not.
I didn't. That's just not a name I never heard.
Like something like Dale Hart. And I get an email from you. How close were you to Dale Hart?
See, that's me being compassionate. Oh, and you went...
Well, obviously, I could tell what's coming because when you asked, how close were you to Dale Hart?
Yeah, I guess that was a tip-off.
I had to deal with that.
Oh, God, you didn't know him.
You didn't know that when you sent it?
I didn't know the way to ask you. I didn't write a subject line. Dale's dead. Guess which one?
And here in the studio, how far is Dan standing to my left?
About 5 feet 6. Yeah. What?
He sends me an IM while I'm standing here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about John McCarty?
You were busy hammering out emails.
I'm standing here. Tap me on the shoulder and say, John's dead.
Well, I don't want to just throw it out there.
So I am it.
Yes. Well, He was busy. He was hammering out emails. I didn't want to bother him if he was
So you
focused.
decided just to make that another one of the messages coming in.
Yes.
John's dead. That's what I said.
Oh, I just said, did you hear about it? Knowing if you wanted to hear about it at that point, then you could turn and look the 5 feet to your left, and then I could tell you.
Well, obviously, I'm going to know, but did I hear about John McCarty? Anytime you guys ask, did I hear about or how close were you to, I know somebody died. The first guy, the Dale Hart, I still don't know who that was. And it's hard for me to get closure when I don't know. John McCarty I worked with back in the 80s, early 90s. Do you know who that is?
I know the name. I never knew him personally.
What did he die from?
Everything that I've seen so far went on one of the radio boards when I heard about it, and one of the guys at work, anyway, apparently he was out in the yard either yesterday or Sunday, wasn't feeling very well, came inside and collapsed, and never were able to revive him.
It's normally when they're dead.
Yeah.
Anybody else with anything?
Did you hear about Carlos Venegas?
With you, Trey, yours are always ahead of the event.
Because he's planning the event.
The rest of them always catch me in the aftermath.
And there's no good way to tell you, because with JD's situation, obviously you didn't know the guy, but in this situation, I knew that you knew him. So I don't know what the best way is to go about it.
When did you find out, Dan?
Late this afternoon.
Why didn't you wait and tell me after the show in case I was really close to John? Luckily for both you and JD, you're okay.
Well, I would think if you were close, you'd not want to put it off. You'd want to know.
No, I would want to put it off.
I went with what I would want, so I apologize. I should have waited till after the show and sent you an email.
Post-it notes on my car.
I'll post a comment on your MySpace.
Drive safely, John's dead.
Was he an on-air person?
Yeah, he did traffic for the service that we used. And I think he was still doing traffic all the way up until, obviously, Sunday. But I haven't talked to him in probably 4 or 5 years. I gave him a bunch of Eagle memorabilia. Yeah? I wonder if I can get that back.
Russ.
Oh, God. Well, they'll probably have an estate sale.
No. I doubt it. I'm sure he had insurance. His family will be fine. Estate sale.
A lot of times that's when people have estate sales.
It's a gift. You gave it.
Unless they're going to bury him in it, I don't think he's going to want to wear one of those satin jackets with my name on the front of it. It would confuse people at the funeral.
I understand.
Buried the wrong guy.
I'm glad Russ is gone, though. I never did like that asshole.
Joey, get me out in the parking lot and start pounding on this. Get that jackhammer bird thing going on my crank.
Can you hit the delay like 3 or 4 times? I think JD said a-hole.
I did not.
Did you?
Under any circumstances. Why would I say that? About what?
He said SOB. I heard.
Oh, SOB. Okay, sorry.
Well, how does that sound like a-hole?
The way it came out, for some reason, Dan's right, it did, but then I heard the OB. He just merged 2 words together.
Well, look at that.
What? I didn't do anything.
Putting words together now.
I didn't do anything. I did nothing. S-O-B.
3:58. Write that down. We'll go pull it later.
Yeah.
And next time, don't wait till it's 24 seconds later.
It was like 8.
All right.
He's got 16 seconds over there.
Yeah, I got plenty. I can hit these hard enough to take us all the way back to... I could visit John. Tell him how much he meant.
And personally ask for Eagle
might
stuff.
get my Eagle stuff back. Yeah, the entire weekend was non-stop at the shop.
Well, yeah. That's what happens when you open a business.
I shouldn't have to go up there. I'm paying a general manager a hefty 6-figure income to run the
Then
dump.
why did you go?
Just to oversee things.
Exactly. Boy, Trey nailed this one.
Why?
When you open
Well,
this,
plus
you're
it's
going to be there
someplace-
all the time.
It's someplace to go. It's like having your own little fort. You go
Yeah.
up there, you do things, you hang pictures, you paint, you watch the retarded fat guy on the lift paint. And then Daryl told me on Saturday, he said I gave the tech off on Monday. It's Memorial Day. Figured we'd be closed. Already tell you all this?
A little bit you started to.
Yeah.
Then we found out about the Batmobile being painted.
I told him, no, he won't be closed on Monday. Be normal operating hours. Well, I went ahead and gave the tech the day off. All right. I'll be there at 9. You're going to train me as a lube tech.
Oh, my God.
And I'm going to be there all day.
Oh, poor Daryl.
And I'm going to ask questions.
He's earned every
I'm going to be
penny.
around you nonstop. He's the one that gave the other guy off.
Well, normally most people get that day off. I didn't know shops were open.
Then you asked. We did business because we were one of the few shops open.
Is he going to get Christmas off? Maybe you should start planning now.
Memorial Day isn't the same as Christmas. I don't need cuteness right now.
Okay, don't
Just
get
the fact
crabby.
that he didn't know. What?
Don't get crabby. I was just being silly.
You're being stupid.
I was just being silly.
No, Christmas is not the same as Memorial Day.
Okay.
You got $50,000 worth of shop you're trying to pay for?
No, not at all.
All right, then we're going to be open every freaking day until we're making a profit, and that ain't nowhere in the foreseeable future.
Okay.
Now, what else cute you got to throw out?
Nothing at all. I'm just sitting right here.
I'm tired of other people thinking it's all right to spend my money and be closed on a day that we could be making some cash. And $250 worth of business come in.
Good.
That's not worth opening.
I don't have any clue what you make every day.
Had a couple of idiots walk in. I'm sitting behind the desk. Daryl's in the back. They came in. We need to get a tire taken off a bent rim and put on a new rim. We don't do tire work. What do? Auto repair. Why don't you do that? Because there's a discount tire 100 feet away from us. Well, they're closed. Well, we still don't do that. Well, what kind of shop doesn't do tire repair? I went, we effing don't. About that time, Daryl had come up, and he hears me. I'm not screaming, but I'm being a dick to the guy. Daryl leaves, goes back out to the shop, comes back out with a wrench. It looks like it's something big enough to operate on military equipment.
Now you're going to beat the customers.
Well, the guy's turned it into he asked me 4 times, you don't do any tire repair now. There's a discount tire that's 100 feet away from here. Well, they're closed. Then go find another place. They send us business. We send them business. Why would I want to do tire repair? Well, they're closed. Well, then I'm not sending them business today.
Daryl's getting a wrench.
The end of that socket had to be that big. It was the size of a moon pie. Like, what the hell do you use that for? Short of dildos who don't understand we don't do tire repair.
Look around. You won't see a tire machine here.
And he was going to stand there and wait until I finally admitted, all right.
I'm going to open the closet.
The tire equipment's back here. But you tick-tock. Can't tell nobody. Because I'm going to have all these people come in here and want us to fix their bent rims. Want you to learn to drive, tattoo man. Tattoos up and down his left arm. You spend more time focusing on the road instead of deciding what kind of ink you're going to get. Why don't you get some ink on your arm? Says, I can't drive, got a bent rim. And I called Terrell at one point of the day, trying to call the tech who he gave the day off, to ask him if he could come in. I walked in the back. No. We don't need him. I'm here all day. I have more questions to ask.
All day long.
So I followed him around nonstop for like 4 hours.
He's paying well for his mistake.
Then in the future, he'll check on whatever days he plans on taking off.
You should ask. You're right. You're the owner.
Is this going to be another quiet day where you guys give me 3 or 4 word answers?
No. I'm just
well,
getting,
so far, so far, that's all I'm getting out of you, John.
I've been talking to you up until I got
I want you to shut up right now.
Okay.
You just can't get this timing thing down. Trey, you haven't said anything.
That's because your head was pointed that way.
Don't pull that on me.
I never know if I talk and your head's pointed the other way. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes I'm going to get yelled at. So it's a gamble. You and John were having a nice dialogue, so I thought I'd just stand over here out of your line of sight, line of fire.
You mean fire.
All right. So that's with the shop. I got cars with yellow paint on them. Very little yellow paint on the side of the building. And dildos come in and asking for work that we don't do.
Do you actually have the sign painted? Or are you still...
everything's up that needs to be. Why?
Are you just still suffering with the yellow stripe?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the splotches all around the parking lot. It's like a big wad of cheese blew up.
At some point, you see it settling down and just, you cannot go out.
Oh, no.
I just wondered.
No. You got people who can't oversee painters. Guys just painting concrete. Really, it's not that intelligent of a job. You paint concrete. You got a template you're using, you paint inside the template. Really, it's nothing more than a 4,000 square foot coloring book. Why is it you can't stay inside the lines?
What kills me.
Why is it you got to paint on the Batmobile? Why is it you can't measure before you start doing things? Why is it you can't use the same colors? It's not like you can just scrape it off with your thumb and paint it again.
No. It just kills me. You send them an actual, I guess, Photoshop picture of exactly what you wanted. I can understand if you sort of pull them aside and went, here's what I'm thinking, and let them go. But you send them a picture.
And all the colors that I used were the same. I didn't have a yellow stripe that went through a few different shades to where it looked like I'm using one of those interior decorating fob thingies.
It ran out.
And I'm confused. Is this guy just that stupid that he can't take the paint?
Yes.
There's a number on it.
Yes. That's stupid. He was just, whoever this guy was, he was a subcontractor that the sign company had brought in, and obviously he wanted to get done for the weekend, didn't care what paint he was supposed to put up there. It was just a color, and that's all that mattered. And decided to share with all the other cars. And
splattered everywhere.
Spread the love.
That's just unbelievable, because I'm a dumbass when it comes to anything like that. Even I know there's a number on the top of the paint can you can take over at any place, and they'll make you...
No, he didn't want to do that. He had some other color that would work right then. He wanted to get out for the weekend and go someplace and be fat and bald. I told Daryl, I said, I don't want him back on the lot because I don't want him coming in and painting the rest of the cars. All right. Anything else before we get going?
Look here.
Clo bottle. Go ahead. What do you
ask
got?
about your shop. How's the business at the shop going?
It sucks. I've already covered it all.
Let's see. Okay. Because a buddy drives by there every day.
It sucks. I still answer your question.
Okay.
We don't do tire repair.
Do you give police and fire discounts?
Yes.
Okay. What they wanted to know.
Do you have any time to do something with Amy over the weekend?
No. I was at the shop Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Nothing at night?
No, I was tired by the time I got home. Grease monkeys work hard.
You own the shop. You don't have to work every day.
I had to work on Monday. Daryl decided he's going to give everybody off. Luckily, I was there to greet the tire people. Oh, the guy at one point said, "Does the owner let you talk to people like that?"
Wow.
Yeah, I think I did.
Frustrating.
I've been waiting for that moment since the shop opened for somebody to get pissy and want to talk to the owner. Luckily, I was sitting there when it happened.
Happened to be sitting right there in the front window.
Well, finally, I think it was the third or fourth time I went, there's a discount tire 100 feet away from us.
It's closed
Well,
again.
Then you go and talk to them about their hours. I can't help you with that.
Yeah.
We decided not to do tire work because you got a big competitor that we can see out our window. That's where you go for that. It's not my fault that you ran into a curb on a holiday. Plan ahead. If you plan on drinking and getting tattoos, possibly carry an extra rim.
Walk around the shop. See, do you see some wheel equipment? It's not in there.
Sure, go ahead and bring it back. You like yellow? We have a whole line of colors of yellow that we can paint your tire with.
Memories of Memorial Day.
We consider it a safety tire when we're done with it. All right, are you ready, Dan?
Sure. The owner let you talk to people like that.
Yeah, maybe you should actually throw up a complaint window. That way, when they ask to speak to the owner, you can just take 2 steps to your right and say, "May I help you?"
My brother used to do that when he owned a tanning salon. Somebody would complain about something, they'd ask for the owner, and he'd do the obligatory walk out of the room and come back in and go, "What?"
So ass runs in the family.
Yeah. And one guy was complaining, what was it? That my brother charged too much for all the tanning lotions that he sold. Mark gave him a bottle that they keep under the counter for people like that.
And what was in it?
It's a free sample so that you can use that and go tan.
What's in it?
Piss! Don't be stupid.
Could be anything on y'all.
Then the guy comes back. The tanning stuff worked, but I got a rash. Did you do a legal ID at 4? All right, 4:11. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. News is brought to us by Sneaky Pete's, where you can see Chloe this Friday night from 9 to 11. That's I-35 in Garden Ridge in Louisville, and it is, of course, our summer kickoff party. Tuesday, May 27, 2008. Birthdays today. Andre 3000 turns 33. Todd Bridges is 43. Adam Carolla turns 44. Lou Gossett Jr., Iron Eagle, turns 72. And Lee Merriweather turns 73. Well, last Friday, Hillary Clinton was asked by a reporter why she's still in the race to become the Democratic presidential candidate, even though her chances of beating Obama are pretty slim. Clinton said, "My husband didn't wrap up the nomination."
I actually have it on audio if you want to hear it. It's cut 34.
Okay.
Now, my husband did not wrap up the nomination in 1992 until he won the California primary somewhere in the middle of June. Right?
Is this where she drops the Obama comment?
She doesn't mention him specifically, but she mentions the Kennedy comment.
All right.
Until he won the California primary somewhere in the middle of June. Right? We all remember Bobby Kennedy was assassinated in June in California. I don't understand it.
Everybody went on to say, well, what are you saying? Did Obama maybe shot?
Unless there's more of the comment there, that's a lot more vague than
That's what Trey was saying.
The news I heard over the weekend. Well, Bobby Kennedy went all the way into June. All right? And. There's an and in there.
It's just that anything can happen. I mean, they're saying for her to quit her campaign, and what she was saying is anything can happen, whether it be my husband didn't lock it up till June, Bobby Kennedy got shot. That changed the whole dynamics of that Senate race, so anything can happen. And I think the Obama people are really just trying to spin this that she...
Talking about Bobby Kennedy, JFK, or Bobby Kennedy who got shot in the mid to late 60s?
Bobby Kennedy got shot in the mid to late 60s.
All right.
He was in a Senate race.
And according to Clinton, her point was that it's not uncommon for a candidate to continue campaigning this late in a political race. But, of course, a lot of people interpret it to mean she's still in the race because Obama might get shot or assassinated.
Well, all right.
And she apologized.
I really hate to come to her defense because normally gashes don't need that. But if that's all the comment and there's nothing before or after that that's really damning, that's a buffoonish spin. They say, well, if Obama stays in, it's June. It's just a couple of...
It's not going anywhere.
I think the problem is, though, is that because her comment was so vague, people were able to read into it and pull that out, that she's basically saying, well, one of us or Obama could be assassinated. It's her fault that she made that vague of a statement. She should have known, that was really vague. I don't want this to come back and be negative somehow.
I don't think I would have listened to that and pulled...
I wouldn't have gleaned that at all.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten the assassination angle on that. She just mentioned Bill was well into June, right? Her husband. Okay, obviously Bobby Kennedy was the only other one that she could think of. You've already used two. She didn't say, well, you know what? May, Obama's got a couple of minutes.
And she had to come back and do an apology. That's cut number 35.
I wouldn't have apologized for this.
I think she had to.
You can clarify, but I'm not going to apologize, even as far as Hillary goes.
I, regret that if my referencing that moment of trauma for our entire nation, and particularly for the Kennedy family, was in any way offensive. I certainly had no intention of that whatsoever.
So it's kind of an apology, and it's sort of a clarification, too. It's like that.
One of these clips, she goes on, I don't know if you have it. She said, plus, the Kennedy family's been on my mind lately as far as Ted Kennedy with his cancer. He died yet?
No.
All right.
Worried about you.
What is it? 22 points for my Deadpool?
Yes.
Think so. I think that's right.
Yeah. Doing your fingers like gimme, gimme, gimme.
I should get extra points for his jowls.
No.
Those got to count for something.
It's not a separate
Those
thing.
can't be real.
They are real.
I'll give you a +2.
Comes from alcoholism and bloating.
Why would that do that to your jowls?
It's just what some people put on weight.
Kennedys have always had a prominent jaw, but it looks like he had implants.
He went sideways.
Maybe he's still holding a lot of salt water from that accident back in the 60s.
Chappaquiddick. Anyway, Obama's people with this other Hillary thing, they've already come back and said, we get it. Let it go.
Is there another clip on this?
No, that's all there is.
All right. What is the Hulk Hogan stuff that was floating around in here? I saw a cut sheet for it, but I don't know what it is.
It's recordings.
Is Reverend Manning on him?
No.
You couldn't slip him in?
It's in the daily audio file.
Okay.
It's recordings that they got of him talking to his mother, his father, and his grandmother.
His who?
Nick Hogan's mother, him talking to Hulk Hogan, and then talking to...
Where'd the audio come from?
TMZ.
Okay. Who recorded it?
Well, I think they record all jailhouse conversations.
Oh, that's right. Okay, Nick Hogan's in jail. I forgot about that. I just started one?
Yeah.
How we doing, Chloe?
Just sitting there counting the minutes on my fingers, just trying to...
I just feel so bad that you're there because, truthfully, Nick, you don't deserve to be there.
Yeah, at least your buddy's in a coma. He didn't really notice what's going on.
He's not bored.
You're awake.
Ultimately, John doesn't need to be where he is. But you know what? You guys were best friends. And Debbie didn't know you. Neither did Ed. They didn't know you. I knew John. I knew you. I knew Danny. You guys were at my house all the time. I knew you better than his own mother knew him. I knew him better than his own mother knew him. Would you agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and anybody would.
How is this supposed to be consoling that she knows the kid that's in a coma better than anybody?
If you go on, basically, she's saying she's more...
Well, then don't tell me then. I go on.
Would agree. And she has no other recourse other than to be nasty and vindictive.
You put that kid in a coma!
She the nerve to be angry at you.
You got a history of drag racing on the street. You put this kid in a coma, and now you're going to spin this on the mom?
She's the victim.
Who's obviously going to be terse.
And she has no other recourse other than to be nasty.
You put the kid in a coma! How do you want her to react? Not everybody is going to react like Cody when I busted out his windshield.
No. Thank you.
Thank you for making me a part of your life. It's nice to be noticed, even if I am in a coma.
Vindictive now. Because if she really knew you...
She's vindictive. Look at you put her kid in a coma. Are all these clips kind of like this?
Oh, go ahead. Some of them get worse.
If she really knew the relationship between you and John and Danny, she'd be sad right now. She wouldn't be...
She's sad because her kid's in a coma.
Be mad. She'd be devastated like I am. She's not sad. She's just acting angry like she just wants the money. John never...
Are they suing the family?
Oh, yeah.
For how much?
I think it's an undisclosed amount, but being that he's probably going to be in a vegetative state for the rest of his life, it's going to be millions.
But all the Hogans have turned it on. They're the victims. This kid is one of the quotes that I had from last week. This cell is about half the size of my bathroom.
How big do you think the bed he's laying in? The kid's in a coma.
As her mother go, you hear the mother go, "Oh no, shut up!"
Never meant anything to her or Ed. It's just sad because I really appreciated you kids, and I miss you, John. I miss you too, and it's like she's not suffering. I have the loss.
Bitch, say what?
She's not suffering. The kid who's in prison's mom is suffering, who's going to get out in 8 months.
Why is the kid who's going to be in a perpetual cell, as far as being comatose, why wouldn't his mom be suffering?
She's not suffering. Her kid doesn't know what's going on.
Her point here is he and his mom, the kid who's in the...
I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to become the victims.
Absolutely.
And that way, especially since these phone calls are taped, you're going to play the victim.
Yeah.
That's exactly what defense attorneys always do. Is they take, I don't care how heinous the crime is, they take their client and they try and turn them into a victim. It's all a matter of the circumstances. This something that wasn't intentional, and really we don't know if the people that we wiped out with this machete, we don't know if they're all crying.
No, they could be upset. At one point, Nick
and now their family wants to be vindictive just because we went on a wild machete spree.
Pissy.
Gives you shit. Anyway, sand.
I miss going to the sand pearl with you.
I know. I'm at the beach house all by myself. It's not.
Give some sun. Oh, it's so terrible.
I'm at the beach all by myself. I want to strangle you.
The water's cold.
I'm alone.
The same.
It's not
oh God.
Sand.
I miss going to the sand pearl with you.
I know.
You miss going anywhere because you're incarcerated. That's one of the penalties of putting somebody in a coma and driving like a buffoon.
Oh, I'm at the beach house all by myself. It's not the same.
Seagulls are on me. Why mom? All the seagulls are playing hit my on the tree. I'm never gonna win because they're too high.
I miss sitting out in the water on the boat with you. I miss sand pearl with you.
I know. I'm at the beach house all by myself. It's not the same.
I miss sitting out in the water on the boat with you. I miss...
Well, why do you have a little grief for the kid who's laying in a bed sitting in his own piss?
That's what all this is. That's what's really sad. At one point, they talk about Nick's new reality show when he gets out. I'm going to come back. I'm going to make more money than ever. No concern for the fact that your friend is in the hospital forever.
Obviously, they've already dismissed that. If he's going to be in a vegetated state for the rest of his life, why should I really concern myself with that? My prayers, my thoughts, any anguish I have is not going to pull him out of that coma. It's time to let things go and move forward. I got a reality show.
Just getting in the Escalade and going to Orlando.
I know, baby. We're
Getting in the Escalade?
Going to Orlando. I miss that.
On the boat with you. I miss getting in the Escalade and going to Orlando.
I know, baby. We're going to do all of that, okay? We're going to do everything, but
I wrote down...
we're not going to do it here in Florida. That's for God sure.
Yeah, it's Florida's fault.
What, we got like 6 or 7 more clips?
Yeah.
All right, we'll wear this out when we come back.
1, 2, 3. My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door.
We'll be back.
What is that on line 1, Alfie?
He just hung up. He said you're being hypocritical because there's video of you on your website racing the Batmobile down the tollway.
No, that one's a still picture. There's video of me racing the Batmobile in South Lake.
Sorry for being mistaken.
And I don't believe I killed anybody.
No.
And I don't necessarily have a long-standing history of that. I've been driving. Now, this is not going to really mitigate any damages that I might incur, but I've also been driving longer than this little S-bag Hogan kid. What's his name?
Nick Hogan.
Nick Hogan, who has... And if I put somebody in a coma, I'd have remorse. I'm not going to complain about the fact that my mom's got to sit at the beach by herself and have the seagulls on her. I'm not there to help clean it off.
I miss the Escalade.
Nobody's out here. It's cold.
We still going to the beach?
I'm in the boat by myself.
Now, she separated from Hulk, right?
Yes.
But what was the reason for that? Short of the way I can tell how she is.
They just weren't getting along, and I think she accused him of infidelity.
Oh. Okay. All right, we'll be back.
1, 2, 3. My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
I say, what's cooler than being cool?
Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
How was TMZ able to get a hold of these recordings? Are they public record?
I'm going to guess they are. How does TMZ get a hold of half the crap they
Cut number 2. Nick is talking to his dad?
Yes.
All right. And Hulk makes a supposition of what the hell did, what's the kid, John?
John.
The hell did he do to God?
Right.
Person John was or what he did. Well, I don't know what type of person John was or what he did to get himself in this situation. I know he was pretty aggressive and used to yell at people and used to do stuff. And
Buddy, your kid was driving.
What did John do?
John didn't reach over with a pair of vice grips and just yank the steering wheel out of his hand. Your son was driving.
That's just incredible to me that Hulk can actually say that. What did this kid do to be in this situation? Are you, well, and he goes back around to his philosophy here in a little bit about, well, don't tell me then. Okay.
Himself in this situation. I know he was pretty aggressive and used to yell at people and used to do stuff. And but for some reason, man, God laid some heavy on that kid, man. I don't know what he was into.
John was a negative person.
He was what?
He was a negative person.
He was your best friend. He's a negative person. And that's why he's in a coma. Of course. Makes sense. You can stop.
I know that what they're trying to do is take a lot of this guilt away by blaming somebody else, like the guy in Garland that accidentally backed over his daughter. It was a lot easier to blame somebody else, the dealership, Toyota, because they didn't tell you there were backup cameras for these cars. All right, that's how you're going to deal with it. But they're making it sound like John was behind the wheel. Made it sound like John was over on the right-hand side of the car, rocking back and forth and trying to get the bitch to flip over.
It's John's karma that caused this whole mess.
He's a negative person. Okay, well, he's a negative person, but you were still driving.
Well, I don't know what type of person John was or what he did to get himself in this situation. I know he was pretty aggressive and used to yell at people. And
None of this is as bad as a conversation that Dog, the bounty hunter, had with his kid, but I'll bet they yank Hulk Hogan off that Gladiator series.
Yeah. That wouldn't, it's depending on how much play this gets.
It's going to get a lot.
Yeah.
To do stuff, and but for some reason, man, God laid some heavy on that kid, man. I don't know what he was into.
John was a negative person.
He was what?
He was a negative person.
And it's this attitude that Hulk's taken with his kid that allowed his kid to get in the situation that he's in. Obviously, there was no discipline leading up to this. You got car wreck after car wreck. I don't know how many cars Nick went through, but he kept getting new ones.
It was encouraged by his parents. Absolutely.
And if obviously there was no education to go along with, all right, you wrecked this car, we're going to get you a piece of trash, and you're going to drive that, and if you go a couple of years without any other incidents, maybe we'll step you back up to something.
That's how most people operate.
Or you don't get a car at all.
I forgot.
What?
How old was Nick when this happened again?
17.
Okay.
This was a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
On that real app.
All right, still Hulk talking to Nick?
On track 3, yeah, talking about Nick wants his reality show.
Reality deal.
Yeah.
For me, and get that thing lined up so the minute I walk out of wherever I walk out of, it's there, boom.
Can you do it while you're on probation?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, you want to do it with Pink Snickers or you want to do it with someone else?
I want to do it where I'll make the most money.
Well, then you do.
Why don't you start with some type of charity group for people with paralysis, people in comas, some type of stem cell, something that's not just going to be all around you.
This looks so bad for them. This just looks so bad.
Can you do it on probation? Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just want to make a lot of money when I get out.
The only time you can't do a reality show is if you're in a coma, but luckily we're not having to deal with that one.
Yeah. Okay, you want to do it with Pink Snickers or you want to do it with someone else?
I want to do it where I'll make the most money.
Well, then you need to do it with me, Jason, and Eric.
Okay.
Now, had he followed that with make the most money so I could help the family out that with their son that I almost killed.
They've already blamed the kid for his negative energy.
Well, you look like a bigger guy. Kid's got negative energy. He is where he's by his own choosing.
God wants him.
I'm still going to try and make a lot of cash and get back to that family. I'm going to take the high road.
You know, if I'm producing the show, I won't screw you. You know that.
Yeah, of course.
I'll get you everything. I'll make you an owner.
Yeah.
You own the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me get to work on that with Eric tonight. He's here too.
Okay, cool.
So, dude, we can get that pulled off, dude.
Reality.
What kind of dad calls his kid dude?
Hulk. A man with the name of Hulk.
I know that's not really pertinent, but it's just a question.
Yeah.
Before my dad had it, he might call me a dude now.
He called you something else a few years ago, but
yeah, but after a stroke, he might call me dude because he doesn't know me. What's your name, dude?
Dude, change my pan. I don't work here.
What kind of stupid name is Clint Eastwood? What's my name, old man? You want the pan cleaned out or not? You're the one that had the stroke.
Oh, God.
What'd you do to God? Same concept.
Yeah, same exact concept. That's what's
You own the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me get to work on that with Eric tonight. He's here too.
Okay, cool.
So, dude, we can get that pulled off, dude.
Reality.
The new Nick. We call it the new Nick or something.
New Nick.
Or something. We'll have to come up with a good name. Think of a good name.
I'll be thinking of a good name.
Non-vegetable Nick.
It'll be reality how I'm getting back on my feet and how I'm recovering after this celebrity out of jail.
It doesn't sound like there's any type of rehab going on during his stay.
No, he's just waiting.
How can you rehab when you're busy planning your reality show when you get out?
So the cameras will be at the door when I come out so they can see me emerge. Was he that big of a deal in the Hulk Hogan's show, the kid?
Well, as far as the show, yeah, because it focused on Hogan's family life, so the kids were obviously, a focal point, but he's still a douchebag.
Yeah. What's the next clip?
It's where he and Hulk Hogan are kind of bagging on his mom, Linda. I cut out a little bit of it where they're talking about how she didn't put enough money on the telephone cards. And then it kind of picks up there.
All right.
Your mom only put 25 on it. So what's wrong with you?
Yeah, and she only put 25 on it again. She's down to $6 again.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Now, what we don't know, possibly in their defense, all the Hogans, as far as this these conversations go, is maybe, how long's he been locked up?
Yeah, probably.
All right, maybe all the grieving phone calls led up to this. We're not hearing that because it's not fantastic.
Well, the one I heard that was grieving, he was grieving because his cell was half the size of his bathroom at home.
You missed what I just said.
No, I totally understand what you're saying. We missed all the grieving.
We don't know we don't know that they've had a year and a half to deal with this. Maybe they've gotten past it. And obviously somebody needs to step up for the Hogan family and defend these Neanderthals.
That's ridiculous, dude. I don't get it.
You need to put like $100 on that thing.
We should spend $10 million on lawyers.
Yeah.
That are not, I told you, they're not giving her bad advice. They're giving her bad advice on purpose.
Yeah.
Just to keep
Lawyers for the divorce or his criminal case?
Lawyers for the divorce.
Yeah.
the clock running, make as much as they can off her.
Yep.
Anyway, who cares? I'm going to make more money and get rolling, keep on rolling.
So I talked to Mom. She's at the beach house. She ran into Spag. She put me on the phone with...
Who's Spag?
It then gets into characters. I don't know.
Okay.
Obviously, just friends.
Flo, do you know who Spag is? All right. Well, obviously, Nick's a name dropper.
At the beach house. She ran into Spag. She put me on the phone with Spag. She's doing her thing. And,
she's what?
She's doing her thing. She's at the beach house. And, I was talking to her. She kept, I could tell she was, doing her thing because she kept, it was a good time just put Nick on the phone with everybody. So,
yeah.
She puts me on the phone with Spag, and I'm sitting there talking to Spag, and then she puts...
Who is Spag? Alpha, you know who Spag is?
I don't know Spag.
All right.
Puts me on the phone with some guy from the fire department. Then she's trying to put me on the phone with some other guy from the fire department. I said, Mom, God, quit putting me on the phone with other people. I want to talk to you.
Really, this is a private conversation between two people.
Mm-hmm.
This is nothing more than a bunch of snoopy eavesdroppers.
I love it.
I'm looking at this commissary sheet. They just gave me a new one, an updated one.
Yeah.
And,
Is he going to bitch about the food?
Which track? Have you gone on to track 5?
Yeah. Did I miss one?
No.
I don't want to miss one.
This is an odd one because they start talking in code.
All right. Well, let's see if we can decipher it.
I'm looking at this commissary sheet. They just gave me a new one, an updated one.
Yeah.
And,
do I need to come down and put my money in there?
Well, you and Mom are coming at 11.
Tomorrow?
Well, you got to call Mom. She's got a gimmick deal.
A what?
A double Blue Jay.
A double Blue Jay?
Yeah, I can't say.
At the Jizz?
Yeah.
Anybody got? Dan
Blue Jay.
Googled double Blue Jay. I think he said jizz. Well, don't type in jizz yet.
No one comes up with that.
See what a double Blue Jay is. How come I've never seen that website? two Blue Jays, one feeder.
Oh, it's possibly just family code.
At the Jizz?
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, what is tomorrow? What day is tomorrow? Thursday?
Double Blue Jay Day.
Okay.
Thursday? Huh. Is that a business of Tizzation Dizzy?
Oh, my God.
I missed it. What did he say?
Did he throw out another code word, or did he say some type of visitation something?
It's almost like he's trying to do the Snoop Dogg dialect for shizzle.
Oh.
I mean,
What's tomorrow? What day's tomorrow?
Thursday?
Thursday? Huh. Is this a Tisnation Disney?
I don't know. You guys could.
All right, it's not Portuguese and it's not Pig Latin.
No.
Visitation Day?
I don't know.
Try. If not,
I know. The Wiz in.
Yeah.
The Wiz.
So you talking about taking a pee test?
I don't know.
Dan, you find a double Blue Jay yet?
I'm still trying, man.
Yeah.
At the Wiz on Thursday.
Yeah, at 11.
Oh, okay, cool. Can I kiss?
Yeah.
Really? It's not too hot for me?
I don't know.
Is he bringing any drugs?
No. Like too high profile, maybe.
I don't know what it is. I'm going to crack this before the feds do.
Bet you don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
According to this, it's a double Blue Jay would be a BJ from Two Girls.
Yeah. Well, he did say jizz.
How would this happen in prison?
You get visitation with the shizzle.
I understand.
Maybe that's what they're talking about. Somebody should call the feds.
No.
We've cracked it.
I think they probably have hold of these.
That doesn't mean they figured it out.
No. And that doesn't mean you figured it out.
I think we're a lot closer than anybody else.
Oh, I know. The Wiz in.
Yeah.
The Wiz.
Yeah.
At the Wiz on Thursday.
Yeah.
Maybe he's bringing chicks in for him to pee on. No. Yes?
Oh.
At 11.
Oh, okay, cool. Can I kiss?
Yeah.
Really? It's not too hot for me?
I don't know.
All right, I got it. I know what to do. I'll call your mom and tell her to make sure
She has a lot of water.
the lawyers, call Kevin. I'll make sure to call her to get all the windows cleaned tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, because I got a bill for the beach house and the little house, and then we got to...
All right, are they still talking in code, or is he really getting his windows cleaned?
I think they're still talking in code.
Yeah, because why would you just suddenly start talking about clean windows after the jizz and wisdom is?
Baby's getting a plate job.
No, he's not. No. You're not going to crack this. This is a family code they've come up with.
I cracked the Alphabet Bandit in Beverly Hills Cop 3 long before they did. Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Call her to get all the windows cleaned tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, because I got a bill for the beach house and the little house, and then we got to make sure everybody's house is clean.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got you, dog.
Sounds like everybody's got to take some type of pee test or cleanse their
Everybody's
system.
house is clean. Why would the family be taking pee tests?
I don't know.
I understand.
I just got started on this.
Bother.
Another possible definition.
The double Blue Jay?
Yeah, but this is loosely, but it could be, going to what they're saying, a Blue Jay way is a slang term for LSD, taken from the Beatles song. So it could be a drug reference.
Well, I brought up drugs.
Yeah.
Or they're going to spring him.
They're not going to spring him. A little high profile. Where's he going to go?
Well, it doesn't make any difference. It sounds like they're going to pull the double Blue Jay on 2.
You don't even know what that is.
Ready, break.
In 5. How are we doing, Chloe?
3 and 4.
All right. Line 2? Yes, Michael. Michael.
Hey, Russ.
What do you want, Alfie?
He's saying that double Blue Jay may be a slang term for a joint.
It sounds like whatever it is, it's either a drug reference or they're going to bring a cage and this kid's going to piss on some birds.
I'm pretty sure the second one's not it. So why are they sneaking drugs into him in prison? I mean, on top of everything else, you're going to add a drug charge? Or maybe in prison?
Again, maybe Hulk Hogan, he thinks that the protection thing of my celebrity is going to allow me to get in there and do this with my kid.
Well, they say drugs come in and out of prisons all the time, so.
You ready for some heavy stuff, or you want to keep talking?
Yeah, give me some heavy stuff, big dog.
All right, you know that vibe.
How you call your dad Big Dog?
Because Hulk doesn't sound cool enough.
That ain't his real name.
I know.
You ready for some heavy stuff, or you want to keep talking?
Yeah, give me some heavy stuff, big dog.
All right, you know that vibe that you were on, you know?
Yeah.
present, aware, that whole vibe that you get yourself on, that's just like a temporary vibe, you know, that's like...
What's he talking about? You don't know, just say I don't know.
Spiritual.
All right, thanks.
You're evading all those low vibes of worry and doubt and fear, but before you became present, you know how you're always worried and doubtful and fearful and all that? Well, that's your normal state. Well, all of a sudden, that temporary high vibe that you get, that's just a glimpse of your next stage where you're going to be all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God is telling you that high vibe that you felt where you woke me up this morning and said you're still vibing.
Yeah.
That's who you really are, and that's where you're going to go.
God gave me a glimpse of being
What was the beep?
I didn't bleep this. It came bleeped.
All right.
present because that's where he wants me to live all the time.
Right. And the more present you stay, the more you're going to...
So far, the entire conversation is bashed on John, the kid that's in a coma. Everything that he did is his own fault. Granted, you get in a car with Nick Hogan, you know that he street races.
You know what the possibilities are, but that still doesn't mean it's his fault.
No, you don't immediately go the route of, we're the victims. Had John not been in that car with you, Nick, he wouldn't be in a coma today. He made that choice. He knows that you're a freak. He knows that you get out and your competitive spirit just rages, and he got in a car with you.
Just to him to say that he's negative. He's a very negative person. This was supposed to be your best friend that you were crying about.
Did they say in the original story that John wasn't wearing a seatbelt? If you don't know, just say I don't know.
I don't remember.
All right, thank you.
That glimpse is going to become your reality, you know what I mean? Pretty soon you're going to live in that vibe all the time. And then once you get on that vibe all the time, your dad's going to hit you with a bunch of other crazy shit and raise your level again. You know, I'll bother.
So again, no penalty for all the street racing and the almost, for all intents, killed his buddy.
Yes. No, we're talking about spirituality and how this is a growth process for you, Nick. It's just the next step.
I'll be to death if you don't watch out. Dude, I'll sit across from you and Bible thump you for hours.
I want to do it every single day.
Dude, I got Jennifer over here in my apartment.
Yeah.
And I used to sit her down for 7 or 8 hours at a time and read to her.
What an absolute evening of bliss. Why would I want to sit there and listen to him read me passages out of the Bible for 6 or 7 hours?
It's the vibe. It's the next step. It's where I can take you. I want to do it every day.
The big Hulk Hogan. I couldn't have got the guy that gives you the free Slim Jims. Yeah. At least I would have had something to eat.
Be aware of where you are. Become really present. Look around. Just don't look. Like I say, just don't hear me. Listen, all right? When you look around, just don't look. You know, don't see the lights, see the shapes, the colors. Be aware of the silence, the silent presence of each thing. Be aware that
Was he shooting roids straight into his neck?
It sounds like it.
Space around everything. There may be a chair in the room, but there's more space in the room than there is an object, you know what I mean? Because, like, for every sound, the sound comes and goes, but it disappears into that huge emptiness.
So he went from talking about trying to sneak the Blue Jays in for a double plate job to now he's talking to him about spirituality.
Just think of how big emptiness is compared to a 747. A 747 flies in an emptiness that's 20 trillion billion times bigger than the plane. Is that too crazy for me to lay at you?
No.
Listen to the silence underneath the sounds. The sound comes and goes, but the silence is always there. Touch something, anything, and feel it, acknowledge it as a being in the now.
All right, I see I got this part. You're in a cell that's as small as it is. Don't think of it as being small. Think of it as part of the entire universe. So really, you're still part of something big, even though you can't move 12 feet.
Okay. I just think at some point he would reference the jail cell. But he's not. He's talking about 747s and none in space.
Well, that's what he's talking about. He said that space, really, space is only in your mind, and you're only limited by what your mind perceives. So take a nice run at that door and see can you go through it. I'm going to lay the phone down so I can listen.
I want to hear you be successful, son.
Do we need a break? You bored with this? All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. to the Russ Martin Show.
I want to talk about me, want to talk about I, want to talk about number one. Oh, my, me, my, what I think, what I like, what I know, what I want, what I see. I like talking about you usually. But occasionally, I want to talk about me. I want to talk about me.
Is that Gail? Miss Lightfoot?
Yes, Mr. Martin.
What do you got?
Well, I've got Don Davis Auto Group, and in Mesquite, southbound LBJ past Galloway, the wreck's on the right shoulder. It was backed up into Garland. In Sunnyvale, an overturned vehicle eastbound 80 at Collins, mostly on the right side of the roadway. Traffic is backed up to Beltline Road. In Fort Worth, northbound I-20 at 287, there's a crash on the shoulder. It's backed up onto eastbound I-20. In Dallas, on northbound South RL Thornton, I-35 at Camp Wisdom, there's a wreck on the service road. In Irving, both east and westbound service roads of 183 at O'Connor, you got two separate accidents. accidents. And quite at Spring Valley, there is some police activity that's slowing people down. And I'm Gail Lightfoot on the Russ Martin Show.
I see more storms probably this evening as well as on into tomorrow. We're about at the overnight low. We're right around 70 degrees currently. 90 for the high tomorrow. 70 now at Live 105.3.
All right, is there anything else that's any more damning on the Hogan audio? Because I'm getting bored with this.
Track 8 just shows how much he whines.
Nick
whines about being in...
Freaking out, Dad, because you know how they said they were going to move me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the captain came in and said he could move me, you know, so he said that he was going to put me in this area, you know, but he said he could move me, but he can't put me with other people because of my age, you know?
Yeah.
So he said,
Why would he get preferential treatment? Is it the Hogan name?
I get that, and he's in a maximum security facility, and he's underage, technically.
Well, why they put him there, then? They lock him up in the wrong place?
He's trying to get transferred out of there. Just the county jail. I don't...
So he moved me from security. So now I'm in maximum security, and they put me in this room that's like... It's like the other room at least had like one window.
All right, hold on. Line 1. This goes back to the double Blue Jay references earlier. Okay. Yes, Roger.
Hey, Russ. I used to live in Tampa in like 99, 2000. There's a guy down there who's got a radio show, Bubba the Love Sponge, and Hulk used to live down there, and they hung out all the time. And that language that they're speaking is called Carney. And it doesn't make any sense to me. I can't speak it, but that's what it is. They've spoken it for years, and that double Blue Jay is some wrestling term. It is the equivalent of a scam. So I can't speak it, but you could probably Google it or go to that site of that radio dude and figure it out. But that's what it's called, Carney.
So the whole thing, like carnival vendors?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But they used to speak that stuff all day long. And Terry, or that's what he called him. His name's Terry. I don't know. I guess Hulk Hogan, Terry Hogan. But he used to call in and they'd talk to their kids, and so they all speak it and have.
Did the double Blue Jay thing sound like there was some type of drug reference in there?
No, it's more of a scam. I mean, it could be anything. You know, like if you're going to run some double Blue Jay gimmick on somebody, that's kind of what they reference. But it could mean anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Generally, just some kind of a scam.
All right. Thanks, sir. What is it, John?
No, I'm just wondering. So they all come up with this little secret language, and they just talk it back and forth. But in the other tapes, okay, you either know these tapes are going to be heard, or you know they're not. So,
well, you obviously know that they're.
Maybe they thought they're going to be heard and just never get out.
Well, you still know they're going to be heard because you wouldn't go into your double speed.
By the jail. But I guess they figured that just TMZ or somebody would never get a hold of them. Some of this stuff really makes them look terrible.
Well, they already know. They've already had some stuff get out.
What?
So they've had tapes earlier get out of him whining and talking to his parents. So
well, whining is one thing. Showing absolutely no remorse for what went on.
Be more concerned.
And to go back and play it like John, I think it's Graziano, the kid that was in a coma. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt. He was a negative person. I was wearing my seatbelt. That's why God watched over my side of the car, and you got to eat it. That's, in essence, what they're both throwing out. He's a negative person. Hulk Hogan says, I'm not sure what he did to Guy, but, man, it had to be something pretty heinous.
Clearly, obviously, it was his side of the car that got whopped.
Age, you know?
Yeah.
So he said, man, so he moved me from security. So now I'm in maximum security, and they put me in this room that's like, it's like the other room at least had like one window where I could see out to the guard, you know, and I could wave at him, and I could like, you know, at least get his attention.
Yeah.
They put me in a room.
Why don't you stick a TV in the room and you can watch nonstop video feeds of John in his coma? Think of it as a window.
Like all the way down the end of this long hall with no guard at the end. The room, when it closes, it's really, really dark inside, and like there's no lights in it. And when the door closes, there's no windows at all, and like I can't see out or anything. So like if I knock on the door, I don't know if anyone can hear me or anything. I'm really freaking out.
Okay, Bubba. All right. Well, let me get back on it. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him at least because I'm in Maxwell. I'm gonna ask him at least to put me in a cell with, you know, like maybe something with, you know, some bars where I could see some people or something.
Well, they can put you in Gen Pop. You see a lot of people.
One after the other.
Start working on your interpersonal relationships like you plan on doing when you get out. If you want to go that route.
Just want to make the most money I can. Hit the ground running. Boom.
But I got to work on my people skills. Well, you can do that in Gen Pop.
Okay. All right. Don't freak out.
I don't know, like, if you could call the judge or something, just please ask him to put me on house arrest just so I can get out of here. Because this is the only place I can be is in here.
Okay, Bubba. I'm trying, all right?
That's why it's called prison. A lot of times they put people on house arrest because of their health.
Or, yeah, what they did wasn't so heinous. This is pretty bad.
Now, again, you can go back and say that John knew partially what he was getting into, and I went back and looked at some of the stories during the break, said he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. And if you're going to ride with Nick Hogan and you know that he's got a history of street racing and how he drives, why you ain't got 2 or 3 seatbelts on and wearing a nice airbag coat, I don't know.
Still doesn't release Nick from anything. Doesn't release him from anything.
No, he's still in control of the car. You're the only person to blame.
I'm trying. I know. So
okay, Bubba.
I'm gonna call Mom back because she said that she had just talked to the lawyer was calling her. So I'm gonna call her back right now. Okay.
All right. Well, I was gonna call her first, but you go ahead and call her since you're at the phone.
Okay. I just talked to her though. Okay.
Oh, did you tell her where you're at?
Yeah.
Prison.
Okay.
All right.
Well, she was just trying to call me. You want to call her back?
Yeah, I'm gonna call her back.
All right. Tell her I'm off the phone now. When she gets done talking, you call me.
Okay. Will you call Kevin?
Yeah, I'm calling him right now.
Okay. Thanks.
Love you. Bye.
All right, somebody sent me a link online. Then I'm done with this. Graziano's dad.
Okay.
John's father.
Kid.
Hogan's are as fake as their hair. Ed and Deborah. What did this come from? Well, it's from TMZ. Ed and Deborah Graziano, John Graziano's parents, are beyond outraged by the conversations between members of the Hogan family that were caught on tape. Both parents have issued statements expressing their frustration with the Hogan's family's actions. Deborah Graziano says, they don't care a bit about my son. All they're doing is planning a party. John defends their parenting, which was criticized by Linda Hogan, saying, my wife lives for her children. And so now you got the family whose kid's in a coma, who's going to be in a vegetative state until he's dead. Now they have to go back and defend their parenting style. Now, valid question. Why you let your kid hang out with Nick Hogan?
Because it's cool. Because they're famous.
Cool and safety. No. At a certain point, parenting really needs to step in.
Nothing to do with each other. Totally agree, but it's Hollywood and they're the famous family.
And, my wife lives for her children, and nobody knew my son better than my wife did. My wife is the best mother there is in the world. Ed points out that the remorseful and sad family the Hogans portrayed themselves to be in the court clearly was contradicted by what was heard on the tapes. The reason Nick, was put in jail is to think about what he did to my son, says Graziano. That's the last thought on his mind right now. Then you get people, posters that post
their opinions.
Yeah, it's ass rape.
Wow.
Turning loose with the rest of the prisoners. Pretty much what I suggested. Yeah. If all of a sudden you're feeling withdrawn, stick his ass in general population. Let him see what it's like to fend people out of your ass for a couple of days.
God. Who would know that? You? No.
You've been raped?
I've never been raped.
All right.
Neither have you.
You've been raped by the Chinese.
I have not. Neither have you.
You ever had a gym sock shoved in your ass?
No.
Were you called a pony?
I wasn't.
Were you called the ass sock of C-Block?
I certainly was never.
All right, then.
I obviously don't know where you've been. I don't know your pain. Jesus.
Hey, take a walk in my socks and see where I've been. Pull it out of my ass.
Take duty on it.
It's just got more quotes. It's just from the family. You can surmise.
That's just heart-wrenching that they not only have to go see their kid in that vegetative state, but now they have to do this.
Well, they don't have to listen to the audio.
Well, I know, but the Hogans, we had the audio, I don't know if we ever got around to it, of the Hogans in court. Oh, it was just, we're heartbroken, we're as sick as they are, tears and the whole thing. Well, my son's learned his lesson, and he's gone down a hard road, and he doesn't need jail time. Jail time's not going to do him any good, and just all this big heartstrings for them.
Jail time does, if you've committed something, jail time does everybody something. Look what I got out of it.
A nickname?
I respected the fact that Nixon went to China.
Oh, yeah. He learned that from the Chinese.
I knew I should have supported McGovern in that race and pissed off the Chinese in the prison.
Is that the only time you got raped in prison?
I forget.
Okay. Because you don't have your notes.
Exactly. But yeah, I didn't see the court case. I don't know how remorseful they were, but they don't sync up with this.
No, at the very end.
Sitting there counting the minutes on my hands, fingers, just trying to.
I just feel so bad that you're there because, truthfully, Nick, you don't deserve to be there. And ultimately, John doesn't need to be where he is. But you know what? You guys were best friends. And Debbie didn't know you. Neither did Ed. They didn't know you. I knew John. I knew you. I knew Danny. You guys were at my house all the time. I knew you better than his own mother knew him. I knew him better than his own mother knew him. Would you agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and anybody would agree. And she has no other recourse other than to be nasty and vindictive now. Because if she really knew you and she really...
That's the way people normally feel about their perps.
knew the relationship between you and John and Danny, she'd be sad right now. She wouldn't be mad. She'd be devastated like I am. She's not sad.
She's mad because her kid's an eggplant in the hospital and he's always going to be one.
Exactly. That would have ticked me off a bit, too. And that really, I got to listen to the other family make their plans for their future when their kid gets out of prison and gets his own reality show, becomes a bigger star, and makes, as he said, all the money I can make. You are a...
And that was one of the quotes from John's mother. She said, I can hear them on the tape making plans for his reality show when he gets out. She goes, I can't make plans to take my kid to Disneyland down the road.
Mm-hmm.
She's just acting angry, like she just wants the money. John never meant anything to her or Ed. It's just sad because I really appreciated you kids, and I miss you, John. I miss you too, and it's like...
Yeah, we don't miss the beach. And then the one from Hogan, then I'm done with this.
Well, I don't know what type of person John was or what he did to get himself in this situation. I know he was pretty aggressive and used to yell at people and used to...
Well, I thought you didn't know what kind of person he was. Which is it? Because really, if you don't know what type of person he was, you're not going to know about all this other stuff.
Well, I don't know what type of person John was or what he did to get himself in this situation. I know he was pretty aggressive and used to yell at people and used to do stuff, but for some reason, man, God laid some heavy on that kid, man. I don't know what he was into.
John was a negative person.
He was what?
He was a negative person.
All of these tapes are going to end up at the civil suit, and however much money they thought they were going to lose, you can stop guessing.
Yeah, Hulk didn't say he didn't care. I'm just going to go forward. I'm going to make more cash.
Well, we've already grieved. Now I got to get my kid a reality show, and I got to keep people out of his ass. I only got 2 hands.
Busy. I'm busy trying to get him out. I'll call the judge.
Yeah, well, why would you give him any type of preferential treatment? Lock me up, I don't get preferential treatment. I get floors.
You got floors.
Were you there?
No.
Been in prison?
No.
Ever been locked up in jail?
I haven't.
All right, then. Then we don't talk about what we don't know.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's see.
You ready for news, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I hit all the highlights of the Hogan family?
Yes, you did.
All right. All right, 524, Dan O'Malley's here with me.
Thank you, Russ. A trend at the supermarket has shoppers paying more money for less food. Several brands have scooped away the amount of ice cream you get for your money. Companies like Breyers and Dryers said they've had to shrink packaging to avoid raising their prices. A comparison of 2 ice cream cartons shows a newer carton holding 1.5 quarts of ice cream compared to an older carton holding 1.75 quarts.
Then buy 2 cartons.
Well, the kicker is the cartons cost the same, and most shoppers haven't even noticed. The trend is not limited, of course, just to ice cream. Shoppers will find 45-ounce butter containers compared to the older 48-ounce containers. And companies said the reason behind the packaging changes is because the price increase in food.
And gas, petroleum, everything else that goes into farming. And why would they think any of that's going to change? Either pay more prices. People don't like to pay more prices, so you made the containers smaller. Why don't you look at this as a way to probably knock off some fat?
They've done that for years. They've done it with candy bars. You ever look at a candy bar recently? I know you probably don't buy them. They're almost half of what they used to be size-wise, as well as they did the same thing with Southwest Airlines. Peanuts, nobody noticed. They dropped 3 peanuts a bag.
All right. But it was free on Southwest.
Well, I know, but I'm saying...
So I got short-sheeted 3 peanuts. I don't really care.
I know.
I'm not there for the nuts.
I'm quite aware.
I just want to watch the fat women serve me the food and get wherever it is I'm going. And hang out and visit with the gay flight attendants.
Man. And the flight attendants on my flight over the weekend, they were it's like somebody called Central Casting and went, we want the ugliest, fattest women, and we want the gayest flight attendants you could possibly get, and make sure they all are in first class with JD. It was just unbelievable. One of them looked like a China doll, one of the chicks. Painted face, big, fat thing, looks like it belonged in a sitcom somewhere.
Is she Asian?
No. No, I mean, her face was that porcelain.
Well, you may sound like one of the geisha girls.
Okay, yeah. No,
I do your nails.
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't.
You said here in first like I do your nails.
I don't need it.
You want that big hair like mine? I do your hair.
That's with the cookie.
Can you feel up? I do your nails.
Can I still have a cookie? They still make. I didn't know this. They still cook in first class on airlines. I thought you didn't get crap anywhere. I just thought it was interesting. They still they make fresh omelets in the morning, fresh cookies in the afternoon, first class. What? Why are you staring at me?
A, nobody cares.
Oh.
B, none of us fly first class, so we're never going to get that done or our nails fixed.
And while they're bringing you the cookies, the smell is wafting through the cabin, and they're making the announcement, if you'd like some peanuts, they are $3 a bag, and back in the back.
They're selling the peanuts now?
Yeah, nothing's free. Cocktails have gone from $3 to $5. Bags of peanuts, bags of chips, and little bags of cookies, the little tiny ones, are $3.
How much for your nails?
I didn't get my nails done.
Oh.
We got to see a jet fire last night, though, as we were pulling out of Orlando.
All right.
They were starting the right engine, and I'm sitting on the right side. I'm looking out the window. I'm not really looking at the engine. I'm just looking out.
Were you on the jet that was on fire?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. that keeps my interest.
Okay. And I'm looking out, and all of a sudden, like a 12-foot flame goes whoosh, whoosh out the back and out the front of this jet. And I'm not looking right at it, and it only takes a second. So you kind of blink and go, now, did that really happen? Or am I making this up? Because nobody else in the cabin screamed or anything. I kind of look around. Nobody's saying anything. Then you start smelling the jet fuel come through the vents.
It's like JD's in the Twilight Zone. Yeah. There's somebody on the wing.
I swear there is. And
you tell somebody about the flame?
No, the captain knew about this. He came on a few minutes ago, tried to calm us down. He goes,
all right, first of all, bad news on the cookies.
But good news as far as marshmallows.
Go ahead.
He just tries to settle everybody down. Ladies and gentlemen, down the
light on fire!
We're on the air.
Light on fire!
No, wait a minute.
Throw your drinks in it! Run!
Hold on, I need to speak to the co-pilot.
Shut up!
Okay, I'm back with you. We got a little,
Just by a show of hands, how many people need to piss?
When that happens, what button do you push to bring that to someone's attention?
No, they saw it. Obviously, they knew it happened, and he's just trying to calm everybody down. That happens from time to time on these Rolls-Royce engines.
You'll have a long flame that will shoot out both sides. Think of it like a bazooka. And again, I'd like to ask if anyone here has to piss really bad, because they'll be... Light on fire! Piss on it, run! Thank you. Thank you for flying.
We're going to have another restart here in just a couple of moments.
No, the hell you're not.
Yes, they did. Meanwhile, the fire truck's rolling up.
You grab him by the back of the hair and go, no, we won't restart those engines. Let me take you back up into that little room up there and give you some cockpit.
These are his actual words. He goes, it's really no big deal. It's sort of like when your car backfires when you're trying to start it in the morning. No. First of all, 12-foot flames never came out of my truck.
And at no point has my car ever been at 40,000 feet. I'm not going to let you restart those engines. You better turn that key off.
And so the fire trucks pull up now, and I go, Russ has set this up. This is not happening to me, and I'm right by the damn engine. So they restarted and they spool it back up. And
you stayed on the plane.
Yeah.
You're a fool.
The captain settled us, and he goes, I realize it may be a little disconcerting for you in the back, but it's completely fine with us up front. And because you're further away from it.
Yeah. The engines are behind you. So really all the damage is going to come in our wake.
For my hair burning, that's going to be the worst thing you're going to have to deal with.
As you can see, this is some temporary. The flames will shut out in a moment when the freaking wing burns off. Now we'll start the other engine. No! You won't! Give me the keys!
I was thinking of you if you'd been there. Everybody on the plane.
I'd gone through the window and pried that engine off. You ain't starting this one. You got others that you're probably fond of. You start those. This bitch is going to stay off.
Everybody else was really calm, so I was just calm, and we had no problems. But
how is it with an entire plane, you're going to let other people affect you? You're the one that will sit there on a plane coming in. Flaps too high, flaps too low. We're coming in too fast. You don't let them start that engine.
We're already away from the gate. The other engine's already started.
It don't make any difference.
So I just...
At that point, that's where you turn out to that little troglodyte, and you go crawl out on the wing, and you start shoving your coat in that engine.
We were okay. But the whole flight, you'd keep your eye sort of peeled back at it.
And what's going to change?
Nothing.
All of a sudden, if it decides to flame up again, I wouldn't have stayed on the plane.
Well, I have heard of this before. The older airplanes used to do this a lot.
I don't care.
I know you don't.
I don't like planes that flame. And had that happened, I'd have been off. Now, you were already away from the gate?
We already pushed back, and they sort of started the first engine.
Now, again, would that be an FAA incident if I said, I'm getting off because these engines are smoking?
Probably in that case, when you think your life is in danger, it's not something you just made up in your head, like, I think I saw some smoke. There was flames that came out 12 feet both ways.
Were you going to say something, Dan?
No, I'm just with you. I wouldn't think that if you wanted to get off the plane at that point, they would have to let you because flames just shot out of it.
Yeah, I think they would. I don't believe that would be an issue. Had anyone stood up, it was a solid, packed airplane. Nobody said a word. Nobody screamed. Nobody hollered.
Now, how did you keep from it? Because you react to everything that happens on a plane.
I have heard of that before. I believe it's called a hot start. And it does happen from time to time. It's a little fuel pools in the bottom of the nacelle during...
Yeah, in layman's terms, that's called an explosion.
When they light it off, it flames up, and then it's okay the next time, as long as it restarted. So that was just my little adventure last night. Coming home.
I can't wrap my brain around that.
Yeah, it's staying on the plane.
Well, it's not like it had flame shot out of the laboratory. It might be different, but I know that occasionally...
The laboratory doesn't power the jet.
I'm okay with an on-fire toilet. It's the wing I'm concerned with.
Again, I just... Because I do know that's happened before. It happens from time to time.
Has it ever happened to you in all the years of you flying?
No.
Okay, then that seems odd to me.
It was odd. It was very strange. It was a weird moment.
Well, no, the whole incident isn't odd. Well, I'm sure that happens in the aviation industry.
Right.
The fact that you stayed on...
Well... I'm not going to... A lot of reasons went in my thought process.
You were a pussy. You didn't want to make a big scene.
Didn't want to make a scene.
I don't mind being a pussy, and I love scenes.
I know you do.
And I don't care if I got to climb out on that wing and eat that engine off.
I'm quite aware you would have made us go back to the gate. It was the last plane of the night. There was nowhere else to go.
I don't care how many other planes there were.
I had to be
any time that you have a jet engine and some type of explosion come out of it, we don't fly with them. We don't. Because if they really didn't think it was that big of a deal, you'd put that in your commercials.
From time to time, we know why you fly.
Here's when you're showing the stock footage of the plane going over the Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you show one of them engines blowing flames out of it and see how your seats fill up?
Anyway, that was just an adventure. It does happen. Everybody was safe. And then soon the smell of kerosene floating through the cabin was replaced by the cookies.
I do your hair?
No, I don't need the hair done. No, thank you very much.
We need a break.
Yeah. All right.
Bust it.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. The number one afternoon show is found right here. The Russ Martin Show.
Obama is a Mac Daddy. Obama is a Mac Daddy.
Now, back to the Russ Martin Show on Live 105.3.
He brought out those big-chested white women with their tight T-shirts and their short pants. That's what a pimp does. Come on. That's what a pimp, that's what a pimp, that's what a pimp does. That's what a pimp, that's what a pimp, that's what a pimp does. That's what a pimp, that's what a pimp, that's what a pimp does.
Chloe, have you played this at any of your parties yet?
You know what? I have not, because I remember you tried to send it to me and it didn't work. So I need to go try and find it myself and get it burnt.
It's on my flash drive. Just take it off.
Oh, absolutely. No. Actually, I've had a request for it, but no, I haven't had it yet, so.
He's a Mac Daddy. He's a werewolf. He put his name on there. He put his name on there. He put his name on there. 2-6-54-D. He put his name on there. He put his name.
I don't know which one I like better, this or the Bill O'Reilly rap. Where's the O'Reilly thing? Is that on your...
Yeah, I think it's still into the Daily Audio.
5, 4, 3. There's no words on it. We'll do it live. I've never seen that. Things suck. There's no words there. There's no words.
Every sound effect, Trey had to cover up the F word.
We'll do it live. I've never seen that. Things suck. There's no words there. I don't know.
That's actually the title of the mix is I don't know, F.
Go. I can't do it. Go. I can't do it. Go. I can't do it. Thanks again for watching. There's no words on it.
We gotta listen to it at least all the way up to Mark Davis.
Okay, yes.
We'll do it live. I've never seen that. Things suck. There's no words there. There's no words on it. We'll do it live. I've never seen that. Things suck. There's no words there. Take it away.
My God.
Russ Martin. We'll do it live.
Oh, good Lord.
I think I like this one better.
I do too.
Russ Martin. We'll do it live.
Oh, good Lord.
I was driving into the shop Monday to go help Daryl.
Yes.
And Mark Davis is doing a live spot. I don't know who it's for. I had to slow down into the slow lane just to keep from pissing all over the car. He starts a spot.
Uh-huh.
How many teeth do you have? 1, 3. Possibly an issue with most of the teeth in your mouth.
Yes. Where are we going?
I don't know.
How many teeth do you have?
That's the way the spot started. And I just had to find some safe place to have my refractory period. Obviously, it's for some type of dental reconstruction, but he just starts a spot. How many teeth do you have?
Oh, Mark.
I didn't know if it was a spot or he was about to show off.
Check these choppers.
Trey, why don't you see if you can find that online someplace?
Okay.
Give that to me. I can use it with the lover.
Oh, no.
All right. I want to take any of those out.
Line 3's not bad. It goes with the theme we're going with right now.
Yes, Allie.
I was wondering if y'all were playing that mix, if y'all could put in a little bit of Oh No Negro, because it just seems fitting.
No. You don't have that anymore.
All right, thanks, sweetie. Do you have that, Trey?
Good.
I don't think
I can find it.
I don't think I have the mix. I have this.
You're an ignorant whatever. You're an ignorant whatever. Urinary whatever.
No.
You're an ignorant whatever. You're an ignorant whatever. Urinary whatever. I hear clear as day. You're an ignorant whatever. That's what I'm saying.
No, we hear it clear, too.
No.
Even you admitted last week, John. The more you hear it, the more you don't hear urinary.
Because you guys keep saying that. Now that's what I'm hearing. But I know what I was saying at the time. Urinary infection.
Hang on. Here's another file with JD.
Oh, please don't do this. We have tons of things to get to today.
That's it.
Oh, no, a Negro.
Yeah. Don't have the mix. Chloe, why don't you take all these JD drops?
No.
Give them to Michael Ruse
No.
and have him put those in one of those disco mixes. Thank you.
The next time you see Al Sharpton, you can tell him I said himself, and he can suck my super duper magical Negro. All right, really. This is not. You're pushing this image of me that's not right. Oh no! Oh no! A Negro. I have an excuse for every one of these.
You have an excuse for this one?
I don't want no part of that tar baby. You know what? You've done this to me so many times. I really don't remember what I was doing on that one. I'm sure I was reading it.
You're about this one.
Jigaboots. I've actually blocked that out of my mind. What were we talking about? Jigaboots.
That?
No, it wasn't. I was reading something. I was reading a story where that word came up because somebody had used it.
You're reading out of your diary.
No, it wasn't. Oh, please stop. I'm really a racist. That was I'm really not a racist. You took the not out. I hate gooks. Wow. That was I was reading that.
Out of your diary.
No, I didn't write it. I don't like blacks because.
That one's always left us in a lurch. Because you won't finish it.
I was explaining like somebody else. It's got a great big black one. That was a hat or a truck, I think. Black girls only want your money because they're dumb chicks. Lyrics. I was reading lyrics. Dark meat. It's kind of chewy. Talking about food. The blacks should probably only want to have sex with blacks. I was saying somebody else had said that.
No.
Yes.
I know what that one is, and I'm not going to let you off on that one.
Well, I wasn't saying that coming from me. Blacks don't look good in pictures normally. Those were dogs. We were talking about dogs at Christmas time. Yes. Blacks don't look good in pictures normally. Please stop this.
Okay.
My black one is hanging up in the closet. That was a hat. Yes.
Line one. All right. Yes, Dave.
Yeah, I was a flight engineer in the Air Force, and I was just listening to JD talk about the hot start that he had, and those are not that uncommon. And all they are is, fuel that gets dumped into the burner cans, and for some reason the igniter doesn't fire when it does, and it fires late, so it's just got excess fuel, and it's a small explosion.
If it wasn't that big of an issue, why did the fire trucks come out?
Well, sometimes they come out just for safety issue, because if it does it again, that's telling them, okay, they got a maintenance problem. But sometimes what will happen is if the engine is turning backwards because of the wind blowing from the aft section of the aircraft up the tailpipes of the engines, and then with the engine turning backwards, if the automatic start system kicks in before the engine's turning the proper way at the speed it needs to be, again, you might get a hot start. But if they have a maintenance problem, it's always good to have the fire department around.
And if you were on a plane getting ready to take off and you saw a 10, 15-foot flame shoot out of one of the jet engines, you'd stay on it?
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me. If I saw it a second.
You deserve to die.
Yeah, there's two things. the word small explosion and airplane, two things I don't like to be around.
Well, a jet is really a controlled explosion anyway.
But you never see it.
No, you don't. You're right. You don't see it. You especially don't see it 12 feet and then at the pad.
And why did the fire department come out?
And
why did the captain feel the need to come out and tell everybody?
Well, because the whole right side of the plane saw it. You have to mention it. You have to bring it up. And also, when the fire truck pulls up, that's got to tip us off that there's an issue. But he said everybody's...
I can't believe you were too big of a pussy to get off.
I really didn't feel the need to. I've heard of it before. I've seen videos of it. In fact,
how many times have you been on a plane and experienced it?
Never.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean it doesn't happen, and it's not relative, like this guy said, relatively common. I mean, it happens probably...
Well, if it's relatively common, more people would see it, and we already know about it. It would be like turbulence. We've all experienced that.
I guess.
Most of us don't experience engines that are on fire.
It was quite a show. And
I'd gone up into the cockpit and run around in circles and told them, I'm not leaving until you park this bitch.
I'm really surprised.
You're not going to be able to see anything.
But nobody got off. I really am surprised nobody wanted to get off because the plane was packed.
Is that all you were waiting on? It's just one person to go, okay,
well, they pulled back
get me off this bitch.
Not really, because of I've heard of hot starts. I knew they do happen. B, it was the last plane of the night. I had to get back to Dallas to work today, so I was up against that wall. And see, I don't think the airline really is going to risk my health or safety. First of all, those pilots are on the plane with me. If there really was a problem...
They're in front of the explosion.
I know, but I'm saying if there was a problem with that engine flaming out later or not working correctly, they're not going to take...
Maybe he was using the same excuse as you were. Well, it's the last plane of the day.
He can stay.
I got to get back to Dallas.
He can stay.
Those excuses don't make any sense.
Well,
if I'm worried about being on a plane, I don't care where I got to be or what time it is, or if it's the last plane of the day. You got flames shoot out one of the engines. You either let me off this thing, or I'm gonna chew that wing on.
And plus, you don't know what the pilot's state of mind is.
Yeah.
Well, there's two of them.
He could have been suicidal.
No, not suicidal. What are the I mean, come on. You're
packed. Suicide pact. They can take those all the time.
The two guys buddy bid together so they can fly together and die together.
Why not?
No. But anyway, they'd have no way of controlling the fuel and making it do that.
You don't know what they're up there doing.
Yeah, I kind of do. Kind of, sort of. But anyway, it was just...
I like that the expert in him says that it's the flame is of no consequence.
Well, had it done it again, I would have gotten off. Had they had under the flame the second time. Well, like the guy said... Then you have a maintenance issue. You don't have a one-time...
You got a maintenance issue because you got flames shooting out of a jet engine. How many engines on one of those jets?
2.
Okay.
The guy next to me was so funny after the captain made that. He goes, this thing's got 2 engines, right? Yes, sir, but it can't fly on the one. It won't take off on one of them. It'll land on one, but it won't take off. So he was like, so even if that don't light, we're still going to Dallas? Yes.
Yeah, but you're going to have a mother... Of a case of vertigo by the time we get there.
He was sitting to my left, too, and he was reading a book, so he didn't see the flame. And I didn't say anything like, ah! So he didn't know he was reading. And he goes, because you could smell the jet fuel come through the cabin. He goes, I'm smelling oil. I said, no, sir, you're smelling jet fuel. He goes, why?
Plane's on fire.
You don't really need to know. Captain will tell us here in a moment.
Yes, Chad.
Hey, boss. I'm a pilot for Southwest, and the hot starts are not common, put it that way. And the engine should have, like, either fuel nozzles or something wrong with the fuel nozzles, something wrong with the fuel controller. It's not dangerous, but I wouldn't fly the airplane. I would definitely switch airplanes off.
Thank you.
You really would switch airplanes if that happened to you on the ramp?
Say again?
You would actually switch airplanes if that happened to you? You'd
refute? Well, yeah, that's maintenance has to tear the engine down if it's a hot start. Because they have fuel nozzles and a fuel controller problem.
And you don't know what type of damage was done by that flame. Something else could have gone out.
Exactly. Something could have cracked the stator vanes in the engine. Something could have cracked anything. Because you're putting 700-degree air through a burner can. It could crack the burner can. It could crack anything.
Well, as a pilot, you know there's procedures for everything. Is the procedure after a hot start to abandon the aircraft? Is that your procedure?
Yeah. It is. Yeah, to switch aircraft, yes, on the ground. When you have a hot start on the ground.
The airline I was on don't have that policy.
Thanks, Chad.
It happened not to be Southwest.
Could that be
I don't care what it was. He stayed on the plane. I don't care what the issue was or that they got a good start out of it the next time. You got a big flame come out of one of the engines. We only got 2. I'm not going to stay on because I don't like vertigo. Well, I never got on the Spinnaker at the Six Flags, and I'm not going to fly this thing to Dallas.
Well, I'm with JD. If the pilot really thought it was a big deal, he's not going to put the plane in the air. And I'm just
He
wondering,
don't get paid unless he flies.
he don't get paid
Whether
if
in
he
a straight
dies.
line or in circles.
I was just could it be model specific? Like Southwest just flies the 737s. That has happened that
on
on
757. So I really don't know.
Okay.
But you stayed on.
I did stay on. Nobody panicked, and it seemed like the thing to do. And soon I smelled fresh cookies instead of the jet fuel.
Yeah, because cookies going to make me feel a hell of a lot better.
At least he'll stay warm all the way down. All right. You ready to go with news, Dan?
Yeah.
Can I get more of these? My chocolate chips are melting. And so is the guy next to me.
So I'll take his.
Did you do legal ID? 6:03, Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. Memorial Day was not as relaxing as one Dallas family had hoped. The couple discovered a racially offensive note taped to their front door. What's worse, it appears that the note was directed at them because they decorated their Southwest Dallas home with American flags for the holiday. Kenneth Gunter Piper said it's difficult to imagine that the American flag could instigate such ignorance.
Is this all anti-war related? Well, go ahead.
They really don't put that in the paper. Gunter Piper said, I read it 3 times before it actually sunk in what was on the paper. It said, flags and ends are not welcome in this neighborhood, the note read. P.S. We didn't fight in wars for end.
I thought you were out of town, J.D.
I was out of town? I was out of town. This has nothing to do with me. The story has absolutely nothing to do with me.
Don't be defensive.
Well, I get offensive because you guys keep doing this, thinking it's funny. Now you're going to mix a little song up to it.
Well, we don't have the song.
Good.
But it doesn't explain why they picked black people with the American flag.
These apparently were the only people in the neighborhood to put the American flag out. Why the people got pissed off, I had no clue. It makes no sense.
Well, almost nobody sticks up flags anymore.
No.
I think
I wasn't in town, but I'm
my house and a couple other houses on the street put up flags. Somebody actually stuck up a flagpole, and I'm surprised the HOA didn't climb up their ass.
Yeah, give them time.
Actually,
will they do that?
Oh yeah.
If you can't put an American flag on your house or out by your house.
Well, I think the little stick ones that I've got that I line the front yard with. Mm-hmm. Obviously, those are so temporary, they got no time to come jump your ass.
It's considered decoration.
These people actually stuck a flagpole in the front yard.
Yeah, in fact, there's a news story about a couple in
Central Florida.
Yep.
Go ahead then, Dan.
A Central Florida war veteran faces a lawsuit for flying his American flag on a pole in his front yard. Jimmy Watkins says, I don't understand why it would bring down the values of our homes by flying the flag from a pole in my front yard. Watkins and his wife, Rid, received a final notice from the Sussex Homeowners Association in Claremont that they must remove the flag or face legal action.
I thought Bush threw down some edict that told HOAs to shove it up their ass.
I think it was post 9/11, and I think there was an expiration on it.
That didn't stick.
I don't think so.
The Patriot Act stuck, but putting a flag in your front yard, that one just kind of faded out.
I believe so.
All right.
Yeah, the former retired U.S. Navy communications officer said he refuses to back down for the American flag. And what's additionally sucky for him and his wife is the subdivision they live in, obviously it says no flagpoles, no flags. Every subdivision around them, it's okay. They just happen to be in the one that says no, and he's not backing down.
Well, but he knew the rules when he moved in. So now he's got to eat it.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to think that one through. You know the rules. I never read any. I never even saw any rules for the HOA.
Dan said there are signs. Didn't you?
Signs as far as not to fly the flags?
What did you just read me? You said the sucky part, then you read something else.
Well, the sucky part is that the other subdivisions, HOAs around them, it's okay for them to
you made it sound like there were signs up saying no flag waving.
No. Other subdivisions can fly their flags. Just the one that they happen to live in doesn't allow it.
Okay.
I just think push
so
comes to shove.
He picked commie land.
Push comes to shove, you go to jail or you go to court. Who's really going to take a veteran and make him take a flag down?
The Homeowners Association will. Not only if that flag you can say it's absurd all you want, that flag stays up long enough and the penalties accrue, they can sell his house, the HOA, take it away from him.
Whose idea was this HOA thing?
It's to main property value, so you don't have somebody come in,
paint the house purple or something stupid.
Just do something to your house that's going to depreciate everybody else's house. I don't know where flag waving came into play, but yeah, Trey will can expound if he wants. They can take your house if the flag sits out there long enough.
Oh, yeah. They can foreclose on your house. You can owe them $250, and they can foreclose on your house.
Who gave them that much power? Well, that seems absurd.
Originally, it was, to give you a good example, when subdivisions were going up, it was to say, all right, we're only going to have brick houses with composite roofs in this neighborhood. Okay. No one can put a double wide next door. That protects your property value.
I'm with you.
Why would a double wide depreciate my property value?
A mobile home?
Why?
Because they look like crap and they depreciate property value. They're cheap. It's
not
manufactured housing.
Not everybody can afford brick housing.
Well, then you don't get to live in a brick house neighborhood.
What if I take the wheels off?
That don't count.
Why?
Because it's still a mobile home.
What if I cover it that nice brick fabric they have at Home Depot?
That's nice.
You can wallpaper.
Who said that? Dan? Because unless you get right upon it, you can't tell that it's not real.
It's nice.
They have the faux stone. They have the faux brick. You can take the wheels off, put up a nice skirt, some shrubbery, and all of a sudden you got a house.
That's nice.
So how do you explain that?
Because
only low-rent people live in mobile homes?
No. It's just they are...
Well, the answer to that's yes, but I'm trying to get you to say it. All right, so go ahead with your story. The HOA is to maintain some type of conformity.
Okay, I understand.
So you don't have somebody come in and blow the theme of the neighborhood, or like Trey said, bring in a double wide.
Okay.
Even if you put that faux brick that they sell in paper sheets at Home Depot.
That's nice.
That makes sense. My original question is, how'd they get that much power to be able to actually take away your home? Okay, maybe
because there had to be some type of penalty if you just ignored them, and you also didn't pay the fines that were incurred. Then the homeowners association has no power.
No. At that point, they should be able to take you to court and make you pay the fines. But taking your house over a $250 fine seems over the top.
Well, you signed the paperwork when you moved in. All that's part of the HOA. You can't move in unless you sign that HOA agreement.
Was that in my mortgage, or is that something else I signed? Because there's 800,000 pieces of paper.
You should have received a copy of your HOA documents and all the rules and regulations.
And you were given the heads up before you actually signed on all your closing stuff.
They could take the house. That's just...
Well, they could if you didn't want to pay all your penalties.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you mandatory homeowner association or...
we're mandatory.
Huh. Yeah, they can usually, if you're late on your fees and you can't pay them, they'll come foreclose on you.
It just seems to be there ought to be a stopgap in between.
Well, what's happened is...
I can kill you if you don't pay.
Over time, people have amended homeowners associations, put more rules in there, and then you get a bunch of bored housewives or just people in general that love the power trip.
It becomes a power issue, and maybe you're jealous of somebody down the street who did something. They had the cash to add to their home. You didn't, and now because you're part of the HOA, you start climbing up their ass. Yes. A lot of people make improvements, i.e., that paper brick that you can get at Home Depot.
So nice.
And it does get... if someone on the HOA doesn't like someone in the neighborhood, not to say you want to repaint your house and you're that person they don't like...
Oh, I have a story about this. Go ahead.
You go into it and say, I want to pay an off-white. No, sorry.
No off-white for you.
Okay, what about a nice beige? No.
Even though it conforms with all the color codes... If it's just off a shade, you're out.
Right.
All right. What were you going to say, John?
I'll just say, apparently one of my neighbors right next door to me is crossed up with the HOA at some point. He put his trash out. You're supposed to not put it out before sunset.
Oh, yeah, you told us
the night before. Okay.
Well, go ahead.
He put it out at like 5:30. Sunset was at like 7. He got a fine and he got a notice.
And you normally stick your trash out how far in advance?
2 days early. I was going out of town and I didn't want to worry about it, so I put it on the curb. No problems. They must like me.
Are your trash cans decorated?
No.
Because they have that stick-on brick that will actually go in your trash cans.
It's nice.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Make it look like a little home with a chimney.
I'll look into that. But apparently they don't care.
All right. Are you done with that story?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
A Port St. Lucie mother says her 5-year-old son with special needs was voted out of his classroom by his peers at the behest of the teacher who has since been reassigned. 5-year-old Alex Barton will be starting his summer vacation early because his mother doesn't want him to return to school after what allegedly happened in class at Morningside Elementary Wednesday afternoon. Melissa Barton, Alex's mother, admits that he's had behavior problems and can be difficult at times, but she says he's undergoing tests to determine if he suffers from autism and other disorders.
What kind of test? All you got to do is show up one day, and when he's doing the finger painting, then you know he doesn't belong in that class.
It's just that
autism isn't quite that obvious.
If you got a kid who's sitting in the classroom eating all his macaroni and finger painting with his own, there's a good chance that he probably should be someplace else.
Okay, but autism isn't always that.
I don't care if he's actually painting bricks.
Which is nice.
Yeah. Hold on. Are we need a break? All right, sit on until we come back.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought we lost this.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
A show about everyday life where nothing is forbidden. The Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
Dan, what else you got?
Well, several leading child welfare groups urged federal laws dealing with transracial adoption, arguing that black children in foster care are ill-served by a colorblind approach meant to encourage their adoption by white families. The more contentious part of the legislation prohibits race from being taken into consideration in most decisions about adoption from foster care. For example, white parents seeking to adopt a black child cannot be required to undergo race-oriented training that differs in any way from training that all prospective adoptive parents receive.
What training would they offer if you were a white parent that adopted a black child?
Well, they're saying a key recommendation in the new report calls for amending the law so race could be considered as a factor in selecting the parents.
So you'd rather
children.
let a child set in foster care or an orphanage as opposed to sticking them with the same race family?
Yes. So the change would allow race-oriented pre-adoption training.
And the training is what? Does it say in there?
Not really.
Well, then stop guessing and read it.
Well, okay. That's basically the gist of it there. You have one person, Adam Pertman, the Donaldson Institute's executive director in Adoption Place, said we tried to assess what was working and what wasn't and came to the conclusion that preparing parents who adopt transracially benefits everyone, especially the children. The view that we can be colorblind is a wonderful idealistic perspective, but we don't live there. If we want to do the best for kids, we have to look at their realities.
Well, we don't live there because people are going to have an issue with this. Instead of taking a child who has no home. And I also noticed they didn't address it the other way around. Would blacks have to take some type of sensitivity training or child-raising training if they adopted a white child?
They haven't focused on that part because I was wondering the same thing when reading this. I guess they're thinking that an adoptive white baby into a black family wouldn't need any sort of training because I guess the white kid has it made already.
Well, they make it sound like the white kid can adjust better than the black kid, and again, that's racist. Yes.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. The black kid has heritage issues that he needs to learn about. I'm stumped as to what you would train them to do. The white parents,
kids, Asian kids, Indians.
Oh, God.
They all have heritage.
their lineage is all important to this, but Dan, when you got adopted, weren't you happy?
I was 3 months, so sure. I mean, I was a baby, so I don't know. I don't have any sort of the crossover there as far as what was going on at the time.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about the emotional bond that you had with somebody else.
Mm-mm.
How was your, do you know how old your mom was? I'm guessing she gave you up.
Yeah, it was a age range thing. My dad used to have like a little bio slip, like a little sheet on my biological dad and biological mom. And it had said that they were in school, either about to graduate high school or just getting into college, somewhere in that range. So you figure, 16 to 20-ish is any sort of range I would give.
And I know I asked this before, and I forget what your answer was. Did you ever go looking for your mom?
Nothing hardcore. I mean, I've done certain things. The state of Oklahoma and the adoption laws have changed so much over the years. State of Oklahoma, at the time when I was adopted, is what's called a closed adoption. In order to open up your records, a judge has to approve it.
Is that something that you'd want done?
Yeah, and actually, Tim Powers had put me in contact with an attorney, a family law attorney he actually used to work for years and years ago. And I talked to the guy a couple of times, and after a while, I never heard anything back from him.
What kind of dialogue you want to have with your mom if you found her?
That's one thing I'm still not sure of. I'm not sure if, sort of like crossing that bridge when I get there.
Bam! Feel my pimp hand.
Because I don't know if I necessarily would want to meet her, or even if you'd be able to track down, the biological father. I don't know if I'd want to meet him or not. But I
don't know if I could get past the anger.
I don't have any anger. I mean, I could have ended up in a trash can somewhere, so I'll take what I got.
You don't give somebody credit, or you mitigate your anger because they didn't dump you into the garbage pail?
Well, and that's an extreme way to look at it, but I'm
not there again. I didn't go through it. This was something you've dealt with all your life, so you can have a better perspective.
Well, it's also...
I just wish I had been adopted.
No, Well, it's different for each kid, because I've talked to some people that were adopted that are pissed off at their biological parents. They would want nothing to do with them because they're mad. Oh, they didn't want me. They gave me up. I choose to see it as a better situation. Chances are, if I'd stayed in that situation, God only knows where I'd be in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah. And that's why I don't want to force any woman to have a child that she doesn't want, because you don't know if the law came down to the point of no abortions. I don't want her to have to carry that kid full term, because you don't know what she's going to do to her body to try and negate that kid someplace along the line.
Or even after, the child is born. And we already have a problem with that as it is. But really with me, I'm just grateful that I'm just grateful I wasn't aborted.
It's such a sticky situation, because I had a really good friend who's...
That's a very bright outlook.
That or just be ticked off.
Well,
so I choose the the more peaceful route.
Oh, I understand. Always looking on the bright side that you're not hanging from a coat hanger.
All right.
Mm-hmm. What were you going to say, John?
It puts my life into perspective.
It does.
I'm not sure I can follow that, but I have
there's nothing to follow.
A friend who was adopted, and she waited for years and went back and forth with it. Worked very hard for very many years, and they have to go back and they have to contact the mother, say, do you want to meet your daughter? The mother was actually excited, said, yes, you know what, I really, really do. They got together, and the situation turned terrible. The father, who's still in the picture, said, I want nothing to do with that child, and if you continue to see her, we'll have a divorce. And it was just traumatic. So she went to all that trouble to find her mother. My point is, sometimes those situations just turn out awful.
Well, that's the crapshoot that you're going to have to go through, because you don't know.
And that's crushing.
Were they young when they did it, and now, remorse set in, and they want to go back and actually address the child and go, okay, here's why I did this. Not going to make any sense to you. Obviously, it showed no responsibility on my part, but here's where I was and here's where I am. Some parents, they're not going to get beyond that. I tried to jab you with a coat hanger, and people kept pulling me off of you.
And then it's almost like you get rejected twice. You get rejected as a child, and now that you finally meet them, and in your mind you go, well, this is going to be great. It's going to be that courtship of Eddie's father moment, running through the field, and the best friend song is playing, and the mother goes, I didn't want you then, I don't want you now. That would be crushing.
And I think,
you go get me a coat hanger.
Stand still.
What I failed to do 28 years ago, I can fix now.
That would just be crushing.
No, I think that's the main reason why so many adoptees won't go back to try to find their biological parents, because they're afraid of that double rejection.
Well, and obviously that's going to be a part of the parameters of seeking out people who didn't want you in the first place. They can still not want you, and they didn't want any contact. And as far as they're concerned, you're out of the picture.
Yeah. And also with the state of Oklahoma, they have it set up. If you want to be reunited, you have to go through in their state registry. You put your name on a list, and you have to be on that list for like 6 months. If
I don't think the anguish and the anxiety is worth going through it.
Well, it's even worse.
Well, hang on. We've gotten too far away from what kind of training are you going to give white parents if they're going to get a black kid? Or vice versa. What is it that has to be different?
Did they use the word diversity training? Any kind of
the kid's
sensitivity training?
The kid's going to get a home. You're going to be taken out of
training.
The what?
What?
The what?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Oh my God! Did you say Ebonics training?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Have we spoken too far this time?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you gone too far out on the porch?
I don't think I'm not on anything. I'm not on anything. Dan, quit writing things down.
What were some of the things you came up with?
I just said what kind of training? Sensitivity training? Cultural training?
You said Ebonics.
I don't remember that at all.
We do.
No.
Yes.
Everyone was talking at the same time.
So were you.
No.
Yet somehow what you said cut through like a knife.
Or a shiv.
I didn't say either one of those words.
Yes, you did.
Why you always got to make me go back, pull the audio, just so you can deny it even further?
Because it's not accurate, and I think we have gotten away from the original question, which is what kind of training?
We're back. We pinpointed this, bitch.
No, we're right back to the story. What kind of training? That's all I was asking.
And you threw out Ebonics.
That was no.
You're so bold.
No.
You want him to teach him Ebonics?
No.
That's nice.
That's not what I meant or said.
What'd you want him to teach?
I want him to teach him.
In the middle of the night, don't open the door if somebody rings and runs?
I'm separating myself from that? No.
Don't fear the Texas Twisters.
I don't. No. It's so hot in here.
How much actual cash to give them if they got your toe?
You're right. This is a lot to learn.
These are all the things you're saying. I didn't say any of them.
Why is it that they don't reverse it? Why is it at a certain point? I don't want to be
because it's
too in-depth or realistic. Well, why is it if somebody loves a child enough to adopt them, why is it that enough to see beyond the color?
I don't know why that always has to be brought into it. You're right. It wasn't brought the other way around, which is what are we going to teach the black parents? They're going to raise the white kid.
Well, the fact of the matter is, there's not a shortage of white kids who people want to adopt. That's just the cold hard fact of the matter.
There is or isn't?
There is not. There are people who are they're bidding wars for
good white babies.
Good
white babies.
Yeah. But I can see where they want to teach.
Well, the population is also larger white, so if you're wanting to adopt your own race, that's where that would come into play. Or you could have the concerns Reverend Manning would.
What if you get one like Obama? Half white, half black. He turned out to be a wolf man.
He did not.
I'm telling you, Obama's a werewolf.
He's not a werewolf. Where did you get that?
Running after cars, eating cats, Manning my baby. Peed on the carpet, got worms.
No, he doesn't have worms.
Outside chasing squirrels.
That may be.
You wolf man, you gotta have training for that. Get him a own dish bowl.
There's no what?
Dish bowl.
Oh, my bad, dish bowl.
I got you away from the Ebonics.
I appreciate it.
I'd say something if I were
all over the werewolf.
Good God Almighty, Obama's a werewolf. Get one of them chew toys. You better carry that bitch on you non-stop. Because if he turned into Wolfman on a full moon, you better have that bitch, throw it, and run.
Yes.
Plus, you don't know if you get you a werewolf, baby.
What?
You have to hang
what?
What is it? Get them mobiles? You hang over the crib?
Yeah, mobiles.
What is this Silver bullet.
I understand.
And I don't mean empty Coors cans.
No.
How are we doing, Flo?
I didn't know that. Obama came after me one. I'm hitting
want to take you those, Alfie?
10's pretty good.
Which one?
Line 10.
Okay. Yes, Monica.
Hi. Russell, sometimes when white parents adopt black children, they need training as it's something as simple as combing the baby's hair. Have you seen Angelina Jolie's kids? Somebody needs to take her to beauty school.
How many kids does she have now? I know she's pregnant with twins on her own, but she's got all the other ones that she picked up at souvenirs around the world.
Right, and the little African one needs a little help.
Well, and you know what? I know you're being cute, but really that's a valid point. If all
I used to work in a beauty supply. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. Good.
And white people would come in all the time and ask me, how do you comb their hair?
What do you tell them?
Well, I tell them what to do. It depends on the hair texture and what they want to do, but I would tell them what to do.
Now,
have to put a little oil on it sometimes.
I've heard before that some hair salons would actually charge more for black chicks than they would for white. Is that the texture of the hair, or are they just a little more demanding?
It depends on what they want to do. I mean, they may have to do more stuff to it. It's not simply as a wash and a blow dry.
Oh.
So they have to do more. They may have to do more things to it. I mean, it depends on the salon.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, some people just charge more because it's longer. So, I mean, that can vary. But, yeah, sometimes there's a little training that needs to be done. And, you know, as far as I was being funny, but, I mean, something as serious as what to do the first time they get called the N-word, you know. Maybe just don't brush it off.
You're right, because that's going to come into play. You got a black kid in a white family, means they're probably going to live in a predominantly white neighborhood. Then you're going to have to be ready to address those issues.
Right. I mean, and sometimes, I mean, you know, people don't think it's as serious as it is, or you'll get over it. And, you know, sometimes a kid needs a little more sensitivity. So,
well, I know.
That's all I wanted to say.
White people can be very insensitive sometimes.
No.
I've actually seen a handful of stories before, you know, like the nice news features you'll see on the news sometimes with, you know, the white parents that had adopted a black child. Every single time I've seen one of those type of pieces, the parents are always trying to infuse that black culture on their child so they don't feel like they're missing out. And it helps the parents as well.
Well, obviously, you're right. There's going to be a fusion between the two races. But the other side's going to have a point is, who better to educate a child about black history, their lineage, than another black family? They had to live through it. They had to go through all the racism, everything else. And plus, they already got the combs. Do we need a break? All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
Chloe, did you give JD and Dan a 2-minute heads up?
I did. Granted, it was kind of a short break.
Well, you made it back.
I was in here the entire time. Well, Trey made it back.
Chuck's in here. Alfie. Me. I see fat ass running in the hall. Where you been?
I was out back.
What were you doing?
Trying to get in the door.
Were you locked out?
Yes.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. The card wouldn't work the third time they finally opened.
Yeah.
I'm late.
I looked at the camera. I saw you run down the hall. You look like that Hawaiian Punch kid on the tear.
Thanks. Smart ass.
Let's see. You're in trouble. You're late, and you're calling me names.
Yes.
Wise? No. Dan, were you out there with him?
Yeah.
All right. I couldn't get in earlier with my card, so I'll let you guys off.
Very kind.
I was talking to Dan.
Oh. Well, he was out there, too. How come he gets off and I don't?
He was stuck behind your Hawaiian ass.
How do you know that he wasn't the one that I was stuck by? I was stuck behind him. You weren't out there.
I'll ask him.
Never mind. Don't bother.
Hawaiian ass. Told you, got in my way.
All right. You have any more news?
Yes.
Okay.
17 years after race riots left the streets of one New York City neighborhood bloody, tensions are rising again there between Orthodox Jews and blacks. First, a black man was badly beaten. Weeks later, a Jewish teenager said he was attacked by two young blacks while riding his bike. And angry Jewish residents took to the streets with signs saying Jewish blood is not cheap. And every Jew I don't even want to say it. And along the way, the district...
Well, what's the first letter?
It's a number.
Let me see it.
I just don't fucking... I don't want you recordings like JD.
I don't know what that means.
Like a caliber.
Oh. Well, all right, I'll read it. Jewish blood is not cheap, and every Jew, 22. So... what's causing the conflict there? I know historically there's been an issue between blacks and the Jews, but why all of a sudden did this erupt in that community?
Well, the new unrest, Police Commissioner Raymond Kelly he actually visited Crown Heights where it took place earlier this month, stepped up the police patrols. One small incident, I can't figure out what exactly is...
It's little things that have just continued this. We don't like them. They don't like us. Does anybody really know why? No, but we still don't like them. It's almost that mentality.
There's not one new thing that has spurred this on. It's the things that happened in the past, and then escalates and escalates, and then it gets to where it is
It's almost
now.
like the Hatfields and McCoys. We know we hate each other, but we've forgotten why.
Oh.
And now as summer approaches, leaders from both sides are braced for trouble. Richard Green, head of the Crown Heights Youth Collective group, he said he inspires the races to interact instead of react, said one small incident could escalate into something beyond our grasp.
I'm still missing a piece of the story, what the catalyst was for all of this just to explode.
What was the first line there about 22 years ago?
17 years to race riots. Black man was badly beaten. Then weeks later, a Jewish teenager said he was attacked by two young blacks. And it said along the way, the district attorney accused an Orthodox Jewish street patrol of vigilantism and compared the group to street gangs like the Bloods and the Crips. And the DA, Charles Hines, has convened a grand jury to probe the April 14th assault on...
They accuse some of the Jews of being like street gangs?
Yes.
All right, not to sound racist, but that one seems a little far out to me.
Well, I think they feel attacked because they're way outnumbered in this particular neighborhood. So the Jewish groups probably get together as little groups. In their mind, they're protecting their people.
Well, that makes sense. I'm still missing what the big focal point was for all of this to explode if the part of this happened 22 years ago.
I'm sure it's just two drastically different cultures. I mean, Orthodox Jews in and of themselves are and that's just a totally different...
And they normally, you very seldom hear them protesting.
No, unless you go to Israel.
Signs of how much?
Stop it. No.
Screw this, but you're going to protest? Do we get snacks?
No. There'll be no snacks.
We get receipts for the signs.
No, you don't get your money.
What about gas mileage?
No, we're not doing any of that.
So we know where we're going. My matzo balls are starting to chafe on me here.
We know exactly where we're off to. Yes. Relax. Just, no, you don't get your money back from the signs.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you,
What?
Look, this parking pass that I got?
No, I'm not going to validate.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Is that real on line 4? I don't know if I heard about this or not. Go ahead, Vicky.
Well, hey, no, actually, Jagger's been talking about this on his show for the last couple of days. They've been trying to adopt from Guatemala, and it didn't work out. And so next month, they're going to be adopting a little African-American baby girl who will be born. She's still in her mama's belly. She will be born in about 4 weeks.
And does everybody know about Jagger and his partner?
Absolutely. They're doing an open adoption where the mother can still keep in contact with them.
Well, at least they don't have to worry about the hair.
God.
What?
Nothing. Nothing at all. They've been talking about that for a little bit. They're adopting him.
Is there nobody else in line to adopt any of the children? I like Jagger, and I'm sure his partner is just sweet.
He's a nice guy.
But that's still not a family environment that I would want to stick a kid in. If there are other options. If there's no place else for the kid to go, then yeah, 2 loving guys in one family. That's going to confuse me as a child.
We've said this before. Is it the very best of all atmospheres? No, but it's better than being at a children's home or someplace else where maybe that is the other option.
Why don't you give Jagger and his buddy like a starter child?
They don't want a starter child. They have this child. This is a very beautiful young little girl.
But don't you think that's going to be long-term issues that the child's going to have to deal with when you see 2 guys together? And again, I'm not slamming them. I feel great that they want to build on their family.
I think as long as it's...
Let's get him a starter child. Nice little club-footed midget.
No, a club-footed midget.
Footed. But go ahead.
Because they're gay. No, they don't. They can get a wonderful little girl like this. What's the bad side? The girl learns...
You need a father. You need a mother. That natural process is there for a reason. You gather different things from the father and the mother.
But again...
And if the child's got no place else to go, then fine. Happy the Jagger's going to build a family.
And this being a big deal with a lot of times the mother gets something out of this. She basically has a choice of where she wants a child to go.
Well, if she's met everybody and she picked Jagger and his partner, she's a mother. You make that call, I guess.
I didn't know they did an open situation where the mother can stay in contact.
Oh, yeah, and that's the sort of the new wave thing as far as adoptions are concerned. It's more common, especially...
Maybe they'll help her with remodeling in the future.
No, the mother can be in the life and just not have to be financially responsible for the little girl.
But
you know what? I'm not sure unless it's contractually binding, I'm not sure if I adopted a child, I won't allow the parent to be anywhere in the mix.
And you would have that option. That's something where if you're
not responsible enough to keep the child, you don't love it enough to keep it, I don't really want you having any contact from this point forward. It's like a free ride.
No, we don't know. Maybe she is loving enough and just financially cannot, and was giving this child a better chance of a better life.
Plenty of services to aid people in different situations. We've seen them.
Well, this little lady obviously thinks this is the best financial situation for this child to be able to go to a good school, to be able to go to a good college potentially, live in a different neighborhood. I don't know where the girl lives.
And you're not going to worry about the sexual confusion that's going to come into play with it. You would...
Not at all. Well, only reason the argument that goes against that is heterosexual couple can raise a gay child. It does, I don't think it's confusion as long as you explain it at some point.
The heterosexual raising a gay child doesn't make any sense.
I just mean,
nature doesn't play it out that way. It happens. You can have two biological parents that raise a gay child, but you also, as a child, need the father and the mother figure. That's there in place. Nature intends it that way.
But it's not in place for the most part. I mean, look at all the number of single moms whose dads have run off. I mean, the storybook about...
You're talking about society. I'm talking about nature. Stick with one and go with it.
I don't know how you can separate the two.
I can. Black and white to me. Go ahead.
It's happening all the time.
It's happening all the time, but nature still... And that's another reason society has come to an absolute cluster F as far as children go.
But this... I'm sure...
So you think we should foster that?
I don't think we should foster that, but at least...
That's exactly what you're saying. You don't do very well in these situations.
This child's going to be raised in a loving environment.
Are you talking while I'm talking?
Yes.
All right. What are the rules here?
Sorry, I was trying to finish the sentence.
You finish the sentence when I decided you get to finish it. Now spin that wheel, and spin it for Fathead over here, too, for being late. Move. Move.
Jesus.
And spin it for me to find.
See, you're like a good dad.
You go back out there and you close that door right. What'd you get? Does it involve any type of disembowelment?
No.
What'd you get?
I was spinning for JD.
Oh, what he...
You ass! You piece
It's the way you play the odds.
It's not the way you play the odds.
Well, there's still gift certificates up there for Majestic.
I'll bet you money doesn't know what it ended up on. Useless.
I'm gonna let you off the hook for your spin. Very nice.
But JD still gets what he got.
What did he get?
What?
The Voltaic effect. The aluminum in the mouth. Shocking.
Oh. No.
I don't believe we ever got around to that.
Good.
And we found the stun gun.
Where was that?
It was in the office. I was straightening everything up, and I swear, I looked there for some reason. It was there hidden underneath something. I don't know.
I don't know which one to believe more. You found the stun gun or that you were straightening up? Don't hit me with two mysteries at once.
Okay, well, we found it.
All right, there's foil. Put that in
I'm
your
not
mouth.
putting it in my mouth.
It's just foil. Chew it.
I'm not putting it in my mouth. Oh, it's just foil. I did it as a kid. I'm not stupid.
Who's in trouble?
Why did Trey get off?
Because he came up with a punchline.
This is bull.
Say something funny, man. Say something funny.
I can't come up with nothing. I'm locked up better than
Then chew that foil.
I'm not chewing this foil.
Chew it.
I'm not.
Chew it.
I'm not. I really forgot what this does. I know it's not pleasant. What's it called, the effect?
Voltaic.
Why? What does that mean?
Actually conducts electricity in your mouth.
Why does it do that?
We don't know. It's got something to do with Vulcans. Now chew it.
Is it just a teeth, or is it if it has to hit a filling?
You got to stick it all the way in your mouth.
Wait a minute.
You got to put it in your mouth and chew it.
I'm putting it in there in a minute.
You put that in your mouth and you chew it.
I'm not going to.
Soundbite.
All the way back.
I'm getting there.
To your molars.
Getting there.
You stick it all the way back to your mouth.
You shut up. I'm getting there. Damn, I had it back. That's, oh, God. That's almost like a stun gun. That's terrible.
I'm not sure if it has anything to do with metal fillings in your teeth or not.
It didn't hurt until it hit the filling. Until it hit that filling right there. And then, man, that goes all the way through your mouth. Holy crap.
Better finish that.
I'm not eating any more of it. That's
you eat that foil. We're not leaving here until you eat that foil.
I ate that foil.
Just stick that in your mouth.
I did. I already got the shock. It was lovely.
We don't know that.
Yes, you do. Trust me. You eat it.
I don't have to eat it. I'm not in trouble.
That's actually kind of interesting. Okay, hold on. I'm almost to the filling.
All right.
On the front, I'm on the pointy teeth. I'm not doing it.
Maybe we should turn on the lights, see if we can see it.
No!
Does it spark?
It's enough. No, it doesn't spark.
Maybe. It's an experiment.
Oh, I got a headache all of a sudden. No, more.
What if we ram a hammer in his mouth?
No!
That might spark.
Why do I suddenly feel like I've just had a stroke and you guys are just looking at me going, what if we shove some things in his mouth while he's down there?
Well, all of a sudden, all the doors have opened.
No, the doors are open. Oh, that's weird.
I've forgotten what it feels like.
Do it.
Anybody else want any foil?
Give me one. I was late.
Trey?
Damn.
Hello?
Not really.
Chuck?
Easy. Do you have any fillings on that side? How's it not doing that to you?
Yeah.
How's it not doing that to you?
It's punishment rules. Try a bubble.
And it don't lose its flavor. Do you not have any fillings in your mouth?
Nope.
Use.
I still took it like a man. I still didn't know what something could have happened.
Well, I'm not sticking this in my mouth. I got enough fillings in here to send us back in time.
Do it.
The hell no.
Do it.
I don't want 1.21 gigawatts in my mouth. Let me try.
Let's try it. Okay, that explains that. It is definitely the fillings.
Trey, I have fillings over here.
Yeah.
Take that off the wheel. Something sadistic. All right, Chuck, let's go. Dan, you ready?
Yeah.
Are we done with everything else?
Yes. Yeah. All right. For more information on The Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, and more, go to russmartin.com. To answer any questions you may have about the show, go to russmartin.info. To email the show and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show websites, johndavidryan.com, danomalley.com, djclo.com, treytrenholm.com, and for Chuck on the keyboards, chuckwheat.com. The official liquor store of the Russ Martin Show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits. Their website, majesticliquors.com. For all of your party or team building needs, contact Outrageous Adventures. Their website, outrageousadventures.com. And the official site for Live 105.3 is live1053.com.
All right, see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
You can now listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info.